So this is the big one. This is the British Masters, and at this time of day, this is really where I struggle to know what words to use, because if you look around the pits and we look through the programme, really, I don't think anybody in their right mind could actually pick a winner. There are so many riders in those pits there that have got the possibility of taking away the British Masters title this year. And I do say it's a title for the simple reason this is the one that goes into the history books. And there's already people on the internet and everywhere else now tracking things right back to the 60s and the 70s and all those great finals and that sort of thing. And seriously, this is the one event that puts names in the history book. They all want to do it. We've got a lot of young talented riders. We don't have the solo defending champion Cameron Woodward, but we've got plenty that can put their names in the frame this year. In the sidecars, it's absolutely wide open. I really wouldn't want to predict the winner. There are so many in this field that could become the British Masters champion. So we've got a lot of racing to see. We've got a fantastic track here at Springfield as always. I think it's going to be something special this year. Well, as I mentioned, I think this is going to be such a close competition this afternoon, but one rider I really had to have a word with in the 1000cc sidecars, Mark Cossar. You missed out last year, but you know, this is one that you've won 3 times. You could do it again, couldn't you?
No, we won it last year.
Oh, I got that wrong.
Yeah, Wimborne. It was tough last year because we took the tapes and dropped a ride, so we had to win every other ride. But this year, hopefully we won't make mistakes like that, and it won't be easy by any stretch, but we'll aim to win.
Well, I'm sure you would aim to win, and it'd be great to see you get 3 in a row. But I'm just thinking competition-wise, where do you see the biggest challenge?
Anyone that gets in front of me. I need to make starts. If I make starts, they struggle to pass me. So if we get out the start first, that's the aim of the game.
Yeah, I mean, so much depends on those early heats, but I'm kind of looking at this entry and thinking that could be Gareth, could be you, could even be Rob Wilson, people like that on this track. It's so open, isn't it?
Well, Rob's really quick this year. Gaz has his moments. There's a few riders which could do it.
Absolutely. And Carl, looking forward to it?
Yeah, I will be soon. After practice, I'm sure I'll feel a bit better.
But you've ridden this track many times, so you know your way around, don't you?
Yeah, I like this track. It's fast, it's good, a few lines. It'll be a good day's racing.
Yeah, I think it will be, and I'm going to leave it there. Have a good day. Look forward to speaking to you later.
Nice one. Cheers.
During this other meeting, the fastest today is Matthew Desario's fast mechanic.
Well, as I keep saying, it's a very, very open competition, but one rider I really ought to have a word with. Rob Wilson, you've had a lot of success on this track, haven't you?
Yeah, for us it's been extremely good. It's nice and local, and obviously it's a good racetrack.
Well, and see, really, I think what I've been saying this morning is that I look at this programme and you just couldn't pick a winner, could you? It's really going to be on the day.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the difficult part with our sport really. I mean it is all about today. one meeting, and yeah, it can work, and sometimes it works against you. Like,
Well, it certainly does, but I've seen you have success on this track. Nice track to ride. How's things like the wrist holding up?
yeah, that's all good now. To be fair, I mean, I struggle when I come back, but that's probably just a bit of old age, and when you sort of listen to the speedway riders, they come back within 4 or 5 weeks. But I just couldn't do it. But to be fair, there's not a problem now. It's good.
Absolutely, that's good to hear, Rob. Have a fantastic day today. We look forward to it.
Yeah, thanks, lads. Cheers.
Well, talking to a few of the other riders, obviously we know this is a fantastic track, but Rod, 3 years ago, was it you won it here?
Yeah, it'd be 3 or 4 years ago now, yeah. Yeah, 3 years, I think, yeah, it was.
So you've ridden the track plenty of times, you know it well. Be nice to get it back again, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah. Yeah, but there's a big difference between there and now. So I don't know. We'll see how we go. I'm feeling all right. I feel all right in myself. Bike's all right. So we're going to give it our best shot.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, obviously you've put a few ticks in the box that the bike's okay, you're feeling okay. Competition's tough though, isn't it?
Very tough, too tough, I think. Yeah, yeah. Mark's going well. Rob Wilson's going well. Gareth's going well. Paul's going well. They're all going well.
Yeah, the list is endless, isn't it? But well, Rod, very best of luck, mate. I know it's going to be some fantastic racing and a hard day for you.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Yeah. You want to swap?
No thanks.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.
Well, as I've mentioned so many times this morning, the competition is going to be very, very tough. But Paul Whitelam, this track is good, we know that. The competition is incredibly strong.
Oh, for sure, it's going to be a very open meeting. I don't know, there's top 8 that could do it, anyone could do it. Yeah, the track's fantastic, it always is here, so we'll hope for a good day.
And you've had some good rides here over the years, haven't you?
Yeah, we've had a few wins here, we've had a lot of good rides here, so fingers crossed it all goes good.
Well, absolutely. It's going to be short, sharp. Those early heats obviously make a lot of difference, but just to quickly bring you in, looking forward to a good day?
Yeah, I can't wait. It's my first one. I think probably be a lot of close racing, and yeah, just really looking forward to it, really.
Absolutely. What a meeting to come in. Have you done any at all?
Yeah, we done obviously the qualifier. That was a big one, Poacher, but been waiting all year for this one, so yeah, I can't wait to get out there.
No, absolutely superb. Best of luck, guys. I know, as I think I agree with you, it's going to be a tough one today.
Oh, for sure, it's definitely going to be hard.
Cheers.
Okay.
Well, Gareth, I know you're pretty busy. I don't want to interrupt, but obviously some last-minute changes going on. Looking forward to today?
Yeah, track looks good. Yeah, looking forward to having a good day. Just going to trying some new bits, that's all. Not really happy with what I've got at minute, so just going to try some new bits and see what happens.
Oh, absolutely, but you're having a good season. I mean, I think you, without anyone saying really, I mean, you are capable of winning this Masters this year.
Yeah, but it's the same as anyone, in it. Everyone's all same in the same boat. If you get out of that gate first, you've got a good chance of winning, haven't you?
Well, absolutely right. But I think it's a real open book this year, and I think you're in with as much chance as anybody.
I hope so. If I can get rid of my gremlins off the start line, I should be all right.
Yeah, that counts a long way. Very best of luck, Gareth. I'll leave you to it. You obviously look very busy.
Thank you very much.
Well, I know I keep saying it's a very, very open competition today, but Richard, it's a tough one this year, isn't it?
It is very tough. Obviously, there's a lot of quick guys going at the moment, and there's a lot of quick guys going through from England as well.
Well, yeah, and you've had a busy weekend. I understand that you were in Vectra last night.
Yeah, four of the boys were in Vector last night for open meeting, and we arrived back here at 6 o'clock this morning, so it's been very hectic and not much sleep, but that's speed of it. Well, that's the way it goes, ain't it?
And I think it goes without saying, you've ridden this track many times before, you know your way around it, certainly in with a chance for the Masters this year.
Yeah, obviously I've got to be one of the most formed people at the moment, and if I can win it, it'd be very nice to. But
well, it certainly would, but you've got a big day's racing ahead of you, so I'll leave you to it, but best of luck, Richard.
Thank you.
Thanks. Well, whilst I've been talking to a lot of the riders that we know have been in this competition many times, hearing about riders coming back from Vectra, a lot of the young riders today are certainly in with a chance, and Georgie, you must be one of those that the crowd are tipping to actually do something today.
Yeah, well that's it. I usually aim high for a win or a top 3 finish anyway, but today, obviously being my first Masters appearance, I would like to get in the top 6 really. I know it's aiming quite high, but going on my performance during the year, obviously it's my first year sort of coming back after breaking my leg, sort of
been on a really big confidence builder this year, and sort of this will top it off, getting in the top 6. But yeah, this year we focus on my gating more than anything.
Excellent.
And last week at the under-21, sort of my gating was the best I've ever gated, so hopefully I can carry it through to this week.
Oh, so plenty of good news, and you've ridden this track before, haven't you?
Yeah, I've ridden it various amount of times. Always got on really well with it, but never had. So I've always been there or thereabouts. So I've never actually got to the top yet, but
there's some tough competition though in the lineup today.
Yeah, it is a hard field. Obviously, yeah, we've got the best in England here, so hopefully I can dig deep and pull a win out.
Well done. Very best of luck, Georgie.
Right.
All the best. Thanks now. Well, Mark, you must be looking forward to today. A big competition, but plenty of competition to try and get a win.
Yeah, some big names here today. You know, you've got David, Richard, who's obviously on fire, Glenn, Andrew, and then you've got a few of the other boys that we're racing week in, week out, and it should be a good meeting.
Well, I think it's going to be a good meeting. The racing's going to be tough, but you must be in with as much chance as the rest of them.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be in it to win it, as they say. Yeah, we'll just come here, see how it goes. Got my own little expectations. I'm going to keep to myself, but yeah, we see how it ends up at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Very best of luck, Mark. Thanks for speaking to us.
Thank you.
Cheers. Well, throughout all the interviews this morning, I've been talking about how strong the competition is, but James Shanes, I've got to ask you straight away, this is a big event for you, isn't it?
Yeah, this is my biggest event of the year so far, and the nerves are just about to kick in now, but it's part of racing, and hopefully I'll have a good day today. But if I don't, but I want to make the final today. That's my goal, and then that's my goal for the year. Then I'm sorted.
Oh, well done. Because you know what I've been saying is that obviously where you come through the junior racing and everything, you're coming into this adult scene as a really trained professional. So you know a lot of the spectators are thinking that maybe this is a chance this year to see one of the youngsters actually do it.
I wouldn't exactly say professional, but but yeah, it's quite hard because like David Howe and stuff. I've idolised them racing, and now I'm going out to start line with them, and it's quite a scary thought that I'm racing against people that I look up to as role models. So, but I can't really complain. I'm here. I'm going to enjoy my day. Got the whole family with me today, so have some fun and see what happens at the end of it.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, look forward to a great day's racing, and good luck.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.
We're just waiting for a few sidecars to come around, and we're continue on to the over here, the master. Thank you, Daniel. Next minute, you look at very late back here, already racing. Yeah, and hopefully what will be a good day. Brilliant. Well, good luck today. Some of the sidecars that are still very red, big strong. Grab one of those bags, big green bag. Oh! Pull him forward. Zach, can you come forward? Just get into the presentation first. What? Who's doing the first one? Where is it? Where's down here. Who's
We ain't embarrassing you, Zach, obviously.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together then for number 14, Robbie McDonald. World champions, my mate Zach. Now what are we going to do now here? Congratulations, Zach, world champion.
Yeah, thank you.
What's your ambition then, Zach? Brilliant. I hear you're racing at local track Bristol for me next week, aren't you? I'm nominating that.
Yeah, I'm racing at Bristol the week after.
Fantastic. Well, of course, you've already won 125 World Championship twice. 250 World Championship, British Championship, British Youth Championships. Congratulations to us. All the little tracks to be that day. Magic around down the course.
Yeah, it's been good couple of years. Just looking forward to the future now.
We are heroes, used to be Joe Street. Everybody will be looking up to you now. Yeah, a little bit, hopefully. Congratulations, Zach. Congratulations. You've got a long way there, isn't it? You've got a long way. Brilliant.
Ladies and gentlemen, the start here, we give them a big round of applause for this. We have one of the Richard Andrews. Show your appreciation, everybody, please. Next to the king, we have, almost in the same colour, almost like Team, doesn't it? Team Cooper, because we have next to him Paul Cooper. He stole your colours, Paul. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Cooper. Oh, you've got your fan club here, Paul. And next to him, of course, the 350 British champion, former 250 British champion, Harland Cook, ladies and gentlemen. Move along then, and I suppose you could call him a veteran. He's been going a few years, still a big smile on his face. Number 19, Dave Mears. Next to him is number 24. Looking very pensive, you can smile, you know, Adam. Adam Filmer.
Cheers, Adam. Good luck today.
We'll
make you go fast. We'll put it in there.
But now he's back on form. Please welcome number 21, David Howe. Now, lining up next to David Howe, I don't think he would have dreamed of this in a million years, but ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big cheer for 189, Rob Snow. Moving along, our next rider is British Sand Racing champion several times now, Danny Warwick, number 52. Good luck. Next we have an Australian racing here in the UK, Rodney McDonald. And next in, former British Under-21 champion, King of the Southwest, King of the, yes, former, King of the Southwest, of course, and Cornwall. We have Josh Dingle, number 107. Good luck, Josh. Keep your applause going. Another one of the local boys down here, Georgie Wood, number 96. Good luck, Georgie. Now, what about this next young man? He's certainly done the business on the grass this year. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome James Shanes, number 93. Yeah, you got some cheers there.
Georgie.
And, well, a rider who's tasted glory in the Masters. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Appleton. Next to Andrew, a rider who's doing very well indeed in the World Long Track Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, a big welcome here to Richard Hall. Next we move along, and a young man from the Midlands there, number 6, and that is Rob Finlow. From the north now, we've got a gentleman from the north, David Spate, number 82. Now, we move along here, and of course, this next gentleman, I think he was telling me earlier, rode in the second ever British Masters back in 1983. He's back on the grass and doing really well. Rob Fortune.
Good luck, Rob.
Now, one rider who followed in his father's wheel tracks and eclipsed his father because he's rode in 2 or 3 British Masters now, and that's number 53, Jody Hodson. Good luck. And next we go to number 3, another local boy down here, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Baisby. And next to Mark Aaron Pease, number 36. Then another one of the local heroes there, number 9, Mitch Godden. And another rider who's tasted glory here in the British Masters, and that of course is Glen Phillips. Yeah. And last but not least, number 12.
Prove him wrong, don't come last, whatever you do.
He's over from Australia. And later on in the break, you've got some hot news from you. You listen out what's going to happen here in the UK next year. Paul and tell us. Paul, good luck. And I saw everybody when you were going around. You've got your lager crate. You've got your sponge on the top to make sure that you can actually sit on it. You've got that Bob's videos that is filming that. There's your wine. And well, we'll see you on the racetrack. And of course, we've got here, can't speak to all of you, Graham Hancock. Graham did fantastic in the BBC Grasstrack back in 1966. I was watching the youngsters. Oh, was you? Were you a youngster?
You've got to present some of these, so take 2 with you. Well, if you just follow these other group, I'm going to Bob. There'll be some over. No, they don't get wine, these ones. It starts from there.
They don't get wine.
What is that? Yeah, they're overlaid. Jerry's bike's broke. They're trying to weld it up.
Oh, what?
Right, you do this one.
Yeah.
No. Multi-talented, he's won the Masters a few times, and that is number 37, Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth. Also tasting victory in the Masters in the past, of course, we have number 92 next up, and that's Paul Whiteland with Kieron Ivy in the chair. Are you related to Bill Ivy? Great uncle, Bill Ivy. Have you ever heard of Bill Ivy? All you older fans would have heard of Bill Ivy. Great road racer. Right, to the southwest, number 57. We have Clive Stoneman and a famous sidecar passenger, Rowland Broomfield. Next up, Peter Lloyd, former solo rider, now sidecar man, of course, passenger by Gareth Williams. Then, next to him we have Will Offen, number 18. Keep the applause going, ladies and gentlemen. Will Offen, very quiet. I'm not going to put the mic on you. Will Offen and Fraser Sutherland. How can I forget Fraser? There we are. Next to that, of course, we spoke to him earlier. Rob Wilson, number 24, with Terry Salters in the chair. Robbie Wilson. From the southwest, and new passenger Jason Farwell. There's your bottles of wine. Moving on then, number 22 is next in the lineup. And of course, equally top on the left hand of the court as well. That's Will Penfold and Ricky Pay. So now we come to local outfit, number 99, Colin and Steve Colvin. I thought he's going to miss out then.
I've got an armful here, I haven't given any. I might have cooked this in a minute.
And Carl Bell is a regular passenger. This one Dan Crawford.
I ain't done much more. I'll get rid of these last few and I'll tie back there. Right.
Jake Cutler, good luck about a big Gareth Winterburn and Kieron Winterburn from the north of England. Thank you very much. Former Cornishman, now lifting the outlaw with that one is number 9, Myles Simmons. And his passenger, Kevin Ivy. Welcome back, Rod. Welcome back over the sea. Congratulations. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is one more to go, and that is 25. A former champion, Colin Blackbourn, and Carl Howe, ladies and gentlemen. That is the lineup. Thank you to all the.
Zach is now the world under-21 champion. Rides that little 250, but rides it brilliantly. And we know that this is a name that you've got to remember for the future. It's good to see him out in there in action, and obviously they're discussing his history here while I'm watching him out on the track, and we know that he was the world under-21 125 champion. Now moved up over the last 2 years. Carl Bickley has taken that title this year. And not forgetting, of course, that he did pick up the British 250 Championships. Terrific to see him out on this Masters circuit, and we wish Zach well for the future. So the riders make their way over to that start line for the start of the 2014 British Masters. The first race of the day. Hope you've turned your programmes to page 9. And we see out for the very first time this afternoon David Howe, Adam Filmer, Richard Hall, James Shames, Rod Snow, Martin Sturgeon, Mark Baisby and Rodney McDonald. I think we've probably said it enough times already this afternoon that it really is an open field. If you look at the lineup for that very first heat. And I should remind all of you, and perhaps those of you that might be here for the first time, that what the racing format they go through this afternoon is that they score points for their finishing position through every heat. They also score points if they've qualified for the semi-final and final at the end of the day. The interesting scenario that could happen is that you might get somebody finishing second or third in the final, and they've got the most total points. Now, I've got people next to me that will be keeping track of all the points, so you don't have to worry about it yourself. We'll keep you up to date with who's doing what. But what it's all about is making them race at every single point they can during the racing programme. Now, looking at the line-up for race 1, they've got underway and they go down that back straight for the first time. Now, there is one additional award this afternoon. It's for the rider that hits that whole shot for the very first time, and both times I'm sure perhaps by many of you that might do well this afternoon. He leads going up the back straight, started roping up the gaps already. They really do sort themselves out in this second lap, and David Howe is getting quite a pace. Richard Hall is in third at the moment. James Shames starting to close now as we got that back straight. Well, he's
got a very quick rider in front of him, but he's certainly closing that gap and equally opening up the gap between second and third. Richard Hall got a lot to do to try and get on turns with those front two runners. David Howard is taking second flag first, and is that success for the last time? David getting closer and closer. Has he got enough time to do something? Can David Howell hang on? The checker flag has been made ready for them this time as they come round. So this is the first race of the afternoon. And as we see that checker flag made ready, David Howell takes the win first time out. James Shane takes the second. Richard Hall has hung on to that third place. Martin Sturgeon in fourth. And Monk Batesby in fifth. So let's give you the first official result of the afternoon. It was race 1, heat 1 of the Masters Solo competition, and stamping his authority on that one, getting a good start for the afternoon, is number 21, David Howell. In second place, number 93, James Shades. In third place, number 30, Richard Hall. In fourth place, 15 is Martin Sturgeon. Fifth place is number 3, Mark Batesby. Sixth place, 24, Adam Filmer. 7th place, 14, Rodney McDonald, and 8th place, number 189, Rob Snow. The winning time, 1:14.12. 1:14.12. That's the time that other riders have got to look at as we start race 2 already, and they streak up that back straight, looking perhaps for number 22, Andrew Appleton. He's made it into that first turn in front. Ridden this track many times before. Andrew Appleton is in the second spot. He's got Harland Cook chasing after him in that second spot. And again, when I say that we go through the line-up and how would you tip to take the Masters, it's perhaps all going to come a little bit clearer as we go through these first few heats. Now the interest will be what sort of time can Andrew Appleton put up with Howe in that first race. Harland Cook now with a good slap going on to that third place. Mitch Godden is trying to go around the outside, get himself in the third spot. Talks it out as he comes out of that bottom turn. Mitch Godden has got himself third. As the last lap flag is prepared for Andrew Appleton, first time out this afternoon, very much in control. Harland Cook still hanging on the second. German scratch goes on to the third place though. Mitch Godden just hanging on to it from David Space. Well, I think Mitch has probably got the better of him now as we look to that top corner for the last time in race 2. We see the checkered flag made ready for Andrew Appleton. Problems for Harland Cook as he comes off that top end, so we could see a change as they come to the line. Mitch Godden takes second, David Space takes third, and Harland Cook, as you can see, not happy at all. I'm not sure what place he actually finished in, but we'll check that for you when we give you the official results. So race 2 and a very good convincing win for rider number 22, Andrew Appleton. In second place to him, number 9, Mitch Godden. In third place, number 82, David Spate. In fourth place, number 130, Ben Millichap. In fifth place, number 7, Harland Cook. In sixth place, number 12, Daniel Winterton. Seventh place, number 122. And that must be the reserve that's come in, Richard Andrews. So the reserve has come in place of number 2, Tim Nodes. The 8th place finisher there was number 53, and the winning time was 1:15.74. 1:15.74, that's your winning time. So for those of you keeping programs 100%, we have now heard that Tim Nodes unfortunately blew an engine in practice, so his place taken by number 122, Richard Andrews. So race 3, and we get underway with race 3 already into that first turn. And as they come round sorting themselves out, you can see the level of competition we got this afternoon. Warwick. Under pressure as those break away a little bit from the rest of the field, but Danny Warwick head down, goes up the back straight, looking very quick, and disappointment for number 42, Glen Phillips. Well, he rode last night in Vector in Germany and travelled overnight. Rider is second at the moment. Trying to put pressure on the early leader, Danny Warwick. Can he close that gap? They go very quickly up that back straight. Now, Paul Cooper certainly looks quicker in the corners. Maybe Danny Warwick is taking it a little bit careful, but gap certainly has closed up. Not out of it either. Those front three really getting closer and closer as the race develops. Danny Warwick still with the lead. Paul Cooper getting closer and closer to him as he comes into that last turn. Georgie Wood is not out of it either as they come aboard to check a flag, and Paul Cooper may have got it. Very close on the line. Oh, that was a brilliant last turn for Paul Cooper, and I wonder, looking across at the map, whether he could make it. And I'll confirm that for you in the official results. Well, it was very, very close on the line, and I've got official confirmation it was no more than a tyre whip, but a win in race 3 for number 11, Paul Cooper. In second place, number 52, Danny Warwick. In third place, number 96, Georgie Wood. In fourth place, number 6, Rob Finlow. And fifth place, number 107, Josh Dingle. Sixth place, number 51. Seventh place, number 19. And the winning time was 1:18.04. 1:18.04. So a very eventful start to the afternoon. The first leg rides now under their belt. Will they change gearing? Will they change tyres? A lot of frantic work, I'm sure, will be going on before we see them out again. But we've had wins for David Howe, Andrew Appleton, and Paul Cooper. So we now turn our attention to the sidecar competition, and now in race 4, very first leg for the sidecars, we see Clive Stoneman and Rowland Broomfield. Remember, we've got a replacement for Rob Bradley, that is number 16, Simon Hill. Rob Winterburn goes for the first time, Peter Lloyd, Robbie Wilson and Tristan Winterburn.
Excuse me, mate. Your favour. Oh, you think? You're not late on 40. Probably 60. Good to see you here.
So we get underway with the first of the Masters Sidecar for 2014, and off that start and into the first corner. You can see there it is. Number 48, Rob Winterburn, that's got the best of it, and he leads as he goes round that first turn. Robbie Wilson, it is, has started in that second place, but Rob Winterburn is very determined move by the look of it. He's got away from the rest of the field. He's on for a double at the moment, because those of you that follow the sport closely may thinking back to that European final they had up at High Easter. Liam was passengering Josh Goodwin, of course, and they won that European final. A tremendous final across. He now comes here at the Masters and has a chance of being passenger to the 500cc and 1000cc. This is a really good start to the afternoon for plans of Rob Winterburn. As he sees the checkered flag coming round this time, and he's got a big gap back to that second place, which is Robbie Wilson and Bradley here. Lloyd holding that third place at the moment, but the gaps really have opened up. And I think at the moment it's all going to be about what sort of speed Rob Winterburn has put up. Back in 2011, those of you that were down here, Rob Winterburn didn't take the Masters. He made a very good start. So, race 4 in your programme, we start the sidecar competition with a very impressive win for outfit number 48, Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown. In second place, number 42, Robbie Wilson and Bradley Steer. In third place, number 4, Peter Lloyd and Gareth Williams. In fourth place, number 47, Tristan Winterburn and Henry Purcell. Fifth place goes to number 16, and sixth place, number 57. The winning time, 134.35, 134.35, 48, 42, 4, 47, 16, 57, 134.35. So race 5 on the start line, the takes the up and get underway as they quickly come down towards us. He's got the advantage at the moment. John Hiscock on the outside of those two outfits in second and third. Oh, as they start to separate going down that back straight. It is Paul Whiteland that's setting a very, very good pace. Comes round off the pit bend for the first time, looking comfortable. Paul Johnson in fourth at the moment, trying to put pressure on that third place, which is held by John Hiscock. So we could potentially have two races on our hands. Can Colin Blackbourn catch the flying Paul Whiteland at the front? Can Paul Johnson catch John Hiscock? My eyes have turned to that battle for third place at the moment, because Paul Johnson looks to be getting quicker and quicker as the race goes on, but shouldn't take my attention off the early leader, Paul Whiteland, who had a terrific start. He did say to us when we interviewed him this morning that Paul Johnson is now having to go around the outside. Paul Johnson is going down into that third place, partnered for the first time this afternoon by Jason Berry. As we look across that far side, Paul Whiteland and Kieron Ivy come off that bottom bend. They know they're going to get a win first time out this afternoon. He's going to be ready. Colin Blackbourn finishing in second, Paul Johnson finishing in third, John Hiscock in fourth. Race 5 then, a very impressive win from start to finish for outfit number 92, Paul Whiteland and Kieron Ivy. In second place, number 25, Colin Blackbourn and Martin Smith. In third place, number 7, Paul Johnson and Jason Barry. In fourth place, number 184, John Hiscock and Carl Bell. Fifth place, number 98, and sixth place, number 80. The winning time is 137.06, 137.06. You should have had 92, 25, 7, 184, 98 and 80, 137.06. Number 37, Mark Cossar, get to the front. He, of course, is defending champion. And is he going to set an early pace? Can anybody stop him this afternoon? Down the back straight he goes. Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth. They won it at Brixton in 2012. They won it at Woodley in 2013. And I shouldn't forget, of course, that they won it in 2010 here at Astra. Well, they do look very, very quick. There's a few changes going on a bit further down for that third and fourth place. Oh, Mark Cossar even had time for go 3 knows he's got a bit of a gap. Myles Simmons holding that fourth place at the moment. Well, we were looking at all of this on paper before the event. We wondered if Rob Wilson might have done it this afternoon. He's had some very, very quick events here. Mark Cossar really is going to be interesting to see what sort of time. Very, very close for that second place. Oh, it's close as they come out of that top turn and down the back straight. Rob Wilson doing everything he can to defensively hold on to that second place. As Mark Cossar takes the second place for his second place as Gareth Williams. He takes second. Rob Wilson third. So race 6 in your programme, it's heat 3, it's the first leg ride for our reigning champion, number 37, Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth. They take the win. Number 37 then going into first place. In second behind them goes number 49, Gareth Winterburn and Billy Winterburn. In fourth place, number 9, Myles Simmons and Kevin Woodley. And did I give you in third place number 24, Rob Wilson and Terry Saunders? That's number 24 in third, number 9 in fourth. Fifth place is number 15, Matt Pomerola and Dan Crawford. In sixth place, number 99, Pete Colvin and Steve Colvin. And the winning time, 132.98. 132.98. So I'm sure that Rob will be looking at that because he had a 134.35. Paul Whitelam at 137.06. Sometimes not relevant at all, it depends who you're racing against, but I'm sure they'll be having a quick look at that. So we now know that we've had wins in the first leg rides for Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown, Paul Whitelam and Kieron Ivy, and Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth. As we turn over the page, you can see the 2013 champions there, Cameron Woodward and Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth. We turn our attention now back to the solo competition. Sure what the delay is on the start. I can see that Andrew Appleton has broken away from the start, waiting for one rider to join them. After the course, Paul wandering across there. And I think we've now got the riders in line. Watch for the starters to move away. If they're happy, they've got everybody that should be on that start line. Starter moves away. And things go up, they get underway. He's made the best of the start. Andrew certainly charging out of the middle of that gate. And Andrew Appleton it is that gets into that whole shot going around that first corner. Now, how much can he put pressure on the rest of the field? Paul Cooper it is, with nothing in second place. He's had a battle to get that win first time out. Danny Morris is out there running again. He's sitting in third place. But Andrew Appleton, very determined move this afternoon, looking to make it 2 out of 2. Leads as they go around that top turn. Paul Cooper trying everything he possibly can to stay on terms with him. Running away a little bit from Danny Morris in third. Dennis Craig is in there in fourth place at the moment. This is an excellent start from Andrew Appleton. Arguably not had the best of seasons this year, but he looks in time on this afternoon. Nothing about it. We're going to be scoring good points in that second place though. He's had a win first time out, you remember. And as the last that flag goes for one of our tail enders, Andrew Appleton sees his second checkered flag of the afternoon. Paul Cooper gets second. Danny Warwick finishes in third. So, race 7 of the afternoon, we move to heat 4 of the solo competition. Their second leg rides and a win. Second time out for number 22, Andrew Appleton. In third place, number 11, Paul Cooper. In third place, number 52, Danny Warwick. In fourth place, number 82, David Spate. In fifth place, number 14, Rodney McDonald. Sixth place, number 24, Andrew Filmer. And seventh place, number 51. Eighth place finisher there, number 189. The winning time was 1:15.64. 1:15.64. So those numbers you should have had for race 7 are 22, 11, 52, 82, 14, 24, 51, 189, and a winning time of 1:15.64. The chance to see once again David Howe goes in this one. He had a win first time out. I don't think he's made the break going into that first turn. We'll sort it out for as they come round past us, as we've got a gaggle of riders in that second, third and fourth. But here's Martin Sturgeon that's made the David Howe second turn. Wasn't that group of riders in that bunch going into that first turn. He's got clear of the rest of the riders and dropped in the second, but it's Martin Sturgeon that's making the best of it and has got the lead. So what can David Howe do about it? He had a win first time, you remember. He's sitting there in second place, gets closer and closer to Martin Sturgeon. Right up on that front end, where's he going to attack from? We're looking to see where he might be quicker on the circuit. He gets close going up the back straight. They both got the same sort of speed, and it's entrance to the bend where the rider that's leading has got to make the commitment and take the line. David Howe forcing his way through on the inside, and now he's almost past us. Will he get the better of it going in that first? Now Martin Sturgeon shuts the door. And this problem for Martin Sturgeon, he's gone very, very wide. I don't know whether he's lost a chain or something on that corner, but he's done well to hang on to it. It does mean he's opened the door for a second win for David Howe. He takes the second flag. So huge disappointment for Martin Sturgeon on the far side of the track. Pretty convinced that that was a broken chain or something, the way the bike bucked coming out of that turn. Oh, big disappointment for Martin Sturgeon. A terrific start, and it took David Howe some time to catch up with him. I'm not sure he would have got past him, but as it's turned out, with that mechanical failure for Martin, we've got a first place in race 8 for number 21, David Howe. In second place, number 30, Richard Hall. In third place, number 107, Josh Dingle. Fourth place, 96, Georgie Wood. Fifth place, number 42, Glen Phillips. Sixth place, number 9, Mitch Godden. Seventh place, number 19, Dave Mears, and the winning time, 1:17.09. 1:17.09, 21, 30, 107, 96, 42, 9, 19, and a winning time of 1:17.09. So once again, we look across that far side. This is heat 6 that we move on to race 9 in the programme. Chance for one of these riders to get a win. Now you might remember that Harland Cook goes in this one. He had mechanical problems in his first ride. Is that Harland that's made the best of getting into that first turn? They come round past me for the first time. Harland's gone very wide. James Shane comes underneath him as he goes down past that. And it is James Shane that's got to the front. Harland Cook sitting there in second place. The youngster James Shane's a terrific ride round that first bend. He let Harland Cook go wide and then he's taken advantage of that inside. And he looks very quick now, he's got his nose in front. Harland Cook under pressure once again. From Mark Batesley, sitting there in third place. He looks like he wants second as he goes up the back straight. Those two very, very close in that second and third place. But James Shane's really is starting to turn it on. Got a terrific style as he comes round off that top turn into the last lap. Mark Batesley has had to go for the outside line to get round Harland Cook, and he's now got himself very quickly into that second place and away from Harland Cook. That was a good ride from Mark Batesley. Check of mag being made ready. This is a terrific ride, second time out for number 93 James Shane. In a second first time out, he's now added a win to it. So race 9 in your programme, let's give you the official result. It is heat 6, it's a win for number 93, his first of the afternoon, James Shanes. In second place, number 3, Mark Baisby. Third place, the early leader, number 7, Harland Cook. In fourth place, number 6, Rob Finlow. Fifth place, number 130, Ben Millichap. In sixth place, number 12, seventh place, 122, and eighth place, 53. The winning time was 1:15.47, 1:15.47. You should have had 93, 3, 7, 6, 130, 12, 122 and 53. 1:15.47 the winning time. Clive Stoneman and Matt from Arola. Replacement for Rob Bradley is number 16, Simon Hill, and Jason Farwell. Concern at the start line, it was Mark Cossar that we were missing. He's had to take the outside gate, so a long way to go to get to the front, so it could mean that a rider on the inside is going to get there first. He responds, tries to cut across to the inside and indeed gets himself to the front. So we wonder if they did have problems getting that machinery started, but it certainly looks to be going now as they go down the back straight. Wow, there's changes going on in that third, fourth and fifth place, but a lot of eyes, I'm sure, are on Mark Cossar and Carl Ryan. Robbie Wilson. Paul Johnson has now moved through into third. So he's got the better of that battle for third, fourth and fifth. Well, this really is a very impressive defence of this British Masters title for Mark Cossar. The man to beat, and the way he's riding at the moment, I think that is a very true statement. Robbie Wilson still sitting there in second place, but not able to close that gap. And if anything, there was a barrier closing on. And Bradley Steer. This is a very, very impressive ride once again for the reigning champion. As we see the checkered flag, his second of the afternoon, with Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth. So race 10 then, we start the second leg rides for the 1000cc sidecars, and a very impressive ride from Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth. It's 37 that goes in first place. Second place to them, number 42, Robbie Wilson and Bradley Steer. In third place, number 7, Paul Johnson and Jason Barry. In fourth place, number 15, Matt Promarola and Dan Crawford. Fifth place, number 16, that's our replacement, Simon Hill and Jason Farnwell. And sixth place there, number 57, Clive Stoneman and Rowland Broomfield. The winning time was 1:34.05, 1:34.05, 37, 42, 7, 15, 16 and 57. 1:34.05 the winning time, as we now look to race 11. And interestingly, the other two outfits that had wins first time out both go against each other in race 12. So a chance perhaps for Colin Blackbourn or Rob Wilson to get their first win of the afternoon. On the start line, and they get underway, and the starters move away, the tapes go up, who's made the best of it? Colin Blackbourn has made the start, and Rob Wilson is right there with him. The two of them go into that first turn together as the rest of the outfits sort themselves out. On the entrance of that first turn, it is Colin Blackbourn that's got away, but it's very close for that second spot. Rob Wilson with it at the moment, tries to get close to Colin Blackbourn as he goes into that bottom turn. In third at the moment, Peter Lloyd did have that third place, but Tristan Winterburn has moved through. But all eyes, I'm sure, on those front two. Can Colin Blackbourn and Martin Smith hang on to it? Rob Wilson getting closer and closer as he comes round that pit bend. He knows his way around this circuit. Indeed, Rob has gone very wide. Is he hoping to get a very fast line down that back straight? He's got a lot of work to do. I think he lost a lot of ground when he went wide on that top bend. Pulled it in very, very tight. Colin Blackbourn riding hard in that running turn. Out wide, but he's still got plenty of margin. Now, of course, Colin Blackbourn and passenger Martin Smith are no strangers to this competition. They won it in 2007. First time out, they now add to that for the win. So race 11, a win for outfit number 25. That's Colin Blackbourn and Martin Smith. In second place, number 24, Rob Wilson and Terry Saunders. In third place, number 47, Tristan Winterburn and Henry Purcell. In fourth place, number 4, Peter Lloyd and Gaz Williams. In fifth place, number 184, sixth place, number 80, and the winning time, 1:36.93, 1:36.93. So you should have had for race 11, heat 5, 25, 24, 47, 4, 184, and 80. 1:36.93. Well, my apologies. I did keep saying that it was Martin Smith that was riding for Colin, but I did give you that change earlier on this afternoon. That it's Carl Pugh that's passengering Colin Blackbourn this afternoon. Always good to be reminded of these things as we move to race 12. It's heat 6. And a chance to see in action once again Rob Winterburn and Paul Whitelum, who had wins first time out, you remember. Underway, who's made the best of this start. Well, Gareth Winterburn is the one that's made the best of the starts, along with Pete and Steve Colvin. So, what will happen as this race develops? Because, if you remember, we had an early win for Rob Winterburn, but I think that's Rob that's back in 4th place at the moment. Moved now into 2nd place. So the 2 riders that had wins first time out in 2nd and 3rd at the moment, Rob Winterburn goes through and gets into 2nd spot. Oh, there's quite a gap opened up between him and the early leader, Gareth Winterburn. And Gareth, of course, had a 2nd place first time out. So can Rob Winterburn catch Gareth, who's got that early lead? Gone very, very wide on the exit of the bend. Billy looks over his shoulder and he knows that it's Rob and Liam that are close to him. And again they go very wide. You can see that Rob Winterburn's got a much tighter line. He's got the right line going into that top bend. So Rob Winterburn in very determined mood this afternoon. He's caught Gareth, gets himself in front. That was a terrific bottom turn. And it will be the checkered flag this time for Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown to make it 2 out of 2, so they keep the pressure on Mark Cossar. But let's give you the official result of race 12 that we've just seen. And certainly Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown had to work hard for that one, but they got there in the end, they got the win. It is 2 out of 2 for outfit number 48. In 2nd place, number 49, the early leader, Gareth Winterburn and Billy Winterburn. In 3rd place, number 92, Paul Whitelum and Kieron Ivy. In 4th place, number 99, Pete Colvin and Steve Colvin. And 5th place, number 9, Myles Simmons and Kevin Woodley. 6th place there, number 98, Joe Mogg and Jack Cutler. The winning time was 1:35.92, 1:35.92. So as that concludes the 2nd leg ride for both solo and sidecar, we confirm that in race 12 you should have 48, 49, 92, 99, 9 and 98, 1:35.92. So as we turn over the pages, a chance to see all the adverts. If you haven't looked through the programme before, if there is a chance you can use any of these supporters of our racing sport, then please let them know where you saw the advert. And then a fantastic set of photographs in the centre pages of Masters action here. That must have been back in 2011. As we eventually get to page 19, we move to the solo 3rd leg. Well, it looks as if the starters have got the riders in line for race 13. This is heat 7 of the Masters Solo event for 2014. One rider I can see going back to the pit, so I'm not sure quite what's happening there. But we do get underway, and let's see who it is that breaks into that first turn. Oh, the rider that got there first has gone very, very wide. Mitch Godden comes through on the inside of him. Got to the front, going into that first turn, but Mitch Godden took his advantage on the inside of him and got through. So Mitch it is that leads. He had a second first time out, so this will help his points tally no end. But Glen Phillips has got other ideas. He comes through on the inside of him, those two together coming off that top turn. Glen Phillips gets the ball down. So Mitch Godden keeps the speed down and tries to go that wide line round that bottom turn. Disappointment in his first ride for Glen Phillips with mechanical problems pulling out, but he's made up for it this time. Looks to be getting maximum points. As he comes off that top turn and sees the last lap flag, holds the tail on top. Mitch Godden still there in second. Rob Finlow is the rider in third, and there are some big gaps between second, third and fourth. I'm sure Glen Phillips won't mind. He had that battle earlier on with Mitch to get himself to the front, but he's now hung on to it and he's going to see the checkered flag, taking maximum points. From 8-7, Mitch Godden takes second. Rob Finlow in third. So, race 13, we were all trying to decide then who had actually gone back to the pits, but we see from the results that we've got no result for Martin Sturgeon in that one. Right, the win in race 13 was for rider number 42, that's Glen Phillips, his first win of the afternoon, and in second place, number 9, Mitch Godden. In third place, number 6, Rob Finlow. In fourth place, number 7, Harland Cook. In fifth place, number 107, Josh Dingle. In sixth place, number 53, Jodie Hodgson. And in 7th place, number 189. The winning time was 119.49. 119.49. You should have had 42, 9, 6, 7, 107, 53 and 189. 119.49 as we're quickly underway with race 14. And very quickly into the lead goes number 22, Andrew Appleton. He really does look to be in very determined mood this afternoon. James Shane up against him this time, who had a win the second time out, trying everything he can to stay with Andrew as he goes up that back straight. Those two pulling away from the rest of the field a little bit, but Andrew Appleton really setting the pace. Looks to have a great line off that top there. He looks very quick down this finishing straight. James Shane with no answer to him at the moment. Just wonder if he goes a little bit closer coming out of that pit bend. James looks to be very quick round the bends, but Andrew doing just enough at the moment as he sees the last lap flag. Can he make it 3 out of 3? James wants to try and change that if he can, but he's only got one more lap to do it. Wilson Wood is the rider in third place at the moment, but all eyes are sure on those front two because James Shane's desperately trying to close the gap. He's got one more corner to go. Andrew Appleton doing everything right at the moment, comes off that top turn, he sees the checkered flag, he makes it 3 out of 3. James Shames has to settle for second place, but he's certainly tried everything he could to stay with Andrew. So, race 14 in your programme. It was heat 8 of the Masters Solo competition, their third leg rides, and making it 3 out of 3. Rider number 22, Andrew Appleton. Second place to him, number 93, the youngster James Shanes. In third place, number 96, Georgie Wood. In fourth place, number 30, Richard Hall. Fifth place, number 12, Daniel Winterton. Sixth place, number 24, Adam Filmer. Seventh place, 130. 8th place, 51. The winning time was 114.51. 114.51. You should have had 22.93. 96, 30, 12, 24, 130 and 51, 114.51. As we look across to the start line, it's race 15 and just about to get underway. I'm sure David Howe and Paul Cooper were sitting in that pit watching Andrew Appleton make it 3 out of 3. Oh, David Howe's the only one that can stay with him at the moment as they move around that first turn and come down past me. Well, certainly setting the cat amongst the pigeons is number 3, Mark Baisby, who's got to the front early. Paul Cooper is in second. David Howe is back in third place at the moment. So I'm sure that the pit crew of Andrew Appleton will be watching this one because David Howe was the only one that could get on equal par to Andrew Appleton. He's got a lot of work to do this time. He's got Paul Cooper in second. And adding in the problem for Mark Baisby. Mark Baisby's put it down on the far side. So after that terrific start, Mark Baisby lays it down on the exit of that bend. The rest of the riders carry on though. The marshals, and it's good to see that Mark's straight up again. So Paul Cooper has got the lead, but look how close David Howe has got to him now as they go to that pit end. For the last time, he's got one more stroke and that top bend to do it. David Howe knows that he's going to try and equal Andrew Appleton as he closes right up on Paul Cooper coming out of that top bend. Can Paul Cooper hold on? David Howe goes to the inside and puts the second bag. It's going to be close. Well, I would have said they crossed the line together. I'll leave that to my line judge, but that was a very, very close finish. A great disappointment for Mark Baisby.
It's over there, you get on your bike. I'll go sidecar and get you on.
So, race 15, it looked close to me on the line, but my line judge says no, it was a very easy decision to make. It means a win in race 15, heat 9 of the Masters Solo competition. A win for number 21, David Howe. Second place, number 11, Paul Cooper. Third place, number 52, Danny Warwick. Fourth place, number 122. Fifth place, number 19. Sixth place, 82. Seventh place, 14, and a winning time of 117.62. 117.62. 21, 11, 52, 122, 19, 82, and 14. 117.62 the winning time. Well, it was close. It was very, very close on the finishing line, but David Howe has yet again done just enough. He goes equal on points after 3 rides. Both Andrew Appleton and David Howe on 27 points from 3 rides. So as we now look at the overall points of the solo competition, we know we've got Andrew Appleton and David Howe out in front on 27 points. Closest to them is Paul Cooper and James Shanes, both on 23. But we now turn our attention to the sidecar competition. And we have the same situation after 2 rides, that we've got maximum points for Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth. We'll see them in race 18. Equal to them is number 48, that's Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown. They go in race 17. Oh, looks like we've got a problem on that start line. I don't know whether the tapes went up prematurely or starter not happy with somebody, but they'll be asked to reform. It's heat 7 of the sidecar competition, and Rob Wilson very quickly gets himself to the front and he goes round that first turn. Well, he's not scored so well in his first two rides. This will be a good ride and good point scoring if he stays where he is at the moment. Round off that pit bend comes Rob Wilson. And Steve Colvin as the rest of the field gets themselves sorted out. So this could be the win that Rob Wilson's been looking for as the afternoons develop. Will he get quicker and quicker as the afternoon goes on? Remember that there are a lot of rides to go through this afternoon. A lot of points to be earned. Muckram Road looks to be closing on Pete Colvin for that second place at the moment. And as we see the last lap being made ready, this will be pleasing Rob Wilson's pit crew as he comes faster. One more lap to go to get his first afternoon. Still hanging on to that second lap. Trying to get closer and closer to him, but no answer at the moment. And I wonder if Rob Wilson's team have actually changed anything at all from his first two rides. Certainly looks a bit quicker in this one. As he sees the checkered flag, and it's going to be first win of the afternoon for outfit number 24, Rob Wilson. Very So while we wait for the riders for race 17, I do have a correction to your programme for heat 9. It was race 15 in your programme, and clearly we'd lost Mark Baisby on that pit corner. During that incident, it appears that the officials on that corner noticed that a rider was passing other riders on the yellow flag. When a yellow flag is displayed, of course, that means you're supposed to slow down, hold your position, and then wait until you've got clear track to be racing again. So, officially, I need to change the result for you. In fourth place, we now have 82. In fifth place, number 19, where he already was, and in sixth place, number 122. Seventh place, still 14. In the sidecar competition, and who's made the best of the start? Rob Winterburn. Gareth is right there with him though as they go into that first turn. Those two together. Gareth trying to find a way through on the inside, but I think that's Rob, or is that Gareth on the outside? I'll sort them out for you when they come round past me. But anyway, those two away from the rest of the field. Remember that Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown, who are in fact leading. Has had 2 wins already this afternoon. He's looking at making it 3 out of 3. Gareth Winterburn holding that second spot. Oh, Gareth. And Carl Pugh holding that third place. Remember, Colin had a win in his second ride. Can't seem to make up much ground on those front two. They really are flying. Rob Winterburn is very, very determined move this afternoon. He goes into the last lap. I think gap from third. Gareth Winterburn trying everything he can to try and close that gap on Rob in front of him. He's got just this pit bend to go. It's a big ask, but he's going to have a go. Oh, Rob just does not. So, race 17 then, heat 8 in the sidecar competition, and a very impressive win once again for number 48, Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown. In second place, number 49, Gareth Winterburn and Billy Winterburn. In third place, number 25, Colin Blackbourn and Carl Pugh. In fourth place, number 22, that's a replacement coming in, I assume, Will Penfold and Ricky Pay. And fifth place, number 9, Myles Simmons and Kevin Woodley. 134.08 is the winning time, 134.08. He should have had 48 on maximum points. Second to him, number 49. Third, 25. Fourth, 22. And fifth, number 9. Give race 16, I do apologise. Right, let's quickly give you race 16. We have for heat 7, race 16, a win for number 24, Rob Wilson. In second place, number 99, Steve Colvin. In third place, number 15. Fourth place, 16, and fifth place, 80. The winning time was 135.28. I do apologise, I think that's when we were trying to sort out the confusion with race 15. So I'll go back over both of those when I get the result of race 18 that we've got on the race circuit. So underway and quickly round that first lap. All eyes, I'm sure, on outfit number 37, Mark Cossar. Adding the big box to Steve Colvin, make it 3 out of 3. They want to do the same thing. And they've gone exactly the right way about it. Down the back straight they go. They do look very, very impressive this afternoon. They're going to take some beating, that's for sure. They keep amassing maximum points from every side. Second place, Robbie Wilson at the moment. Good scrap going on for that fourth and fifth place. But I think all eyes must be on the leaders, the defending champions of this Masters tournament. One more lap to go. This is their third ride for Masters. Paul Whitelam and Kieron Ivy still there in second place, so still scoring good points. Robbie Wilson trying to mount a challenge. That's making 3 out of 3 for Mark Cossar. Paul Whitelam in second place, Robbie Wilson finishing in third. And Mr. Winterburn it is that goes across the line in fourth place. So, race 18 in your programme. A very, very convincing win for number 37, Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth. In second place, number 92, Paul Whitelam and Kieron Ivy. In third place, number 42, Robbie Wilson and Bradley Steer. In fourth place, number 47, Tristan Winterburn and Henry Purcell. Fifth place, number 184, John Hiscock and Carl Bell. In sixth place, number 98, Joe Mogg and Jack Cutler. The winning time was 133.46. So my apologies if I did miss giving you race 16. You should have had 24, 99, 15, 16 and 80. 135.28. Race 17 was 48, 49, 25, 22, 9, 134.08. And race 18, 37, 92, 42 47, 184 and 98, 133.46. That completes the third leg rides for the sidecars. So as we turn over the page, remind you that June Simmons is selling the tickets outside the hospitality tent for the 8th of November. An evening with Barry Briggs and friends. Promises to be a great evening. Hope a lot of you can join us that night at the South Cliff Hotel as we go over the page to page 23 and we turn our attention back to the solo competition. I'm just quickly looking at we've got the race underway already. This is race 19 and we've got a very early lead for Richard Hall. Well, he's been scoring steadily as the afternoon's gone on, but this is Richard Hall that we're used to seeing at this Wingfield circuit. Comes off that top bend. Very impressive move. Rushed into the driver in second term at the moment. Richard Hall looking at getting maximum points from this one. I was just quickly looking to see that in Heat 12 we've got David Howe, Andrew Appleton and James Shane going together. They're going to sort out the points being taken off for the riders. Riders battling like Richard Hall is in this one and getting maximum points from this one, they could get back into the chase. That'll be the checkered flag going, and this is the first checkered flag that Richard Hall has had in first place this afternoon. Josh Dingle gets second. And Dave Mears picking up a good third. So race 19, a really good ride from number 30, Richard Hall. He takes first place in that one, and in second to him, number 107, Josh Dingle. In third place, number 19, Dave Mears. Fourth place, number 12, Daniel Winterton. And fifth place, number 24, Adam Filmer. Sixth place, number 122. Seventh place, number 53. And the winning time was 119.30. 119.30. And you should have had 30, 107, 19, 12, 24, 122, and 53. Race 20 is underway and down past me is Martin close to him. Harland Cook does go in this ride. Remember, he missed the ride in the third leg. And of course these are important fourth leg rides because we will be seeing them then qualify for the semi-finals and finals after the fourth leg ride. Cooper getting closer and closer to Martin Sturgeon as they come off that pit bend. And if he's going to be able to do enough, Paul Cooper is scoring steadily this afternoon. Paul Cooper closes right up Martin Sturgeon's in problems on that top turn. Oh, quickly I can see that Martin Sturgeon is up on his feet. That's good to see. Paul Cooper sees the last lap flag, but the clerk of the course has put a red flag up because the bike is still on the circuit. Well, that was unfortunate for Martin Sturgeon, but pleased to see that he's up on his feet. 20, we've got to sort the result out of. For race 21, we're underway with, and this promises to be an interesting one because David Howe, Andrew Appleton, both on maximum points going this one. James Shane is out to the right, Danny Warwick is going amongst them as well. Ben Phillips goes in this one as well. Andrew Appleton's made the best of the start and got himself to the front. Oh, they sort themselves out going on the back straight, and Andrew Appleton really starting to stamp his authority on the Masters title of 2014. Oh, Danny Warwick is still holding second. David Howe trying to get that second place from him. Glen Phillips has got fourth place at the moment. There's still a battle going on. James Shanes, I can see now, starting to move through the field as he's trying to get past Mitch Godden going up that back straight. David Howe has moved into that second place, but he's left a big gap between him and the early leader, Andrew Appleton. Up from the fourth. So this is an important one for him. And Andrew Appleton really beginning to stamp his authority. This was a good one to win for him because it's the fourth of the qualifying legs. It will be semi-final next time they're out. Andrew Appleton makes it 4 out of 4. David Howe is settled for second place. James Shane has got through into that third place. That was a terrific last bend from James Shane. Well, he's done very well on that last turn to pick up third place. So we've had now confirmation of the result for race 20. Race 20, heat 11, will be the result as they cross the line after the 3 laps were completed. So the race has been awarded, and it means that we've got in first place number 11, Paul Cooper. In second place number 7, Harland Cook. In third place number 96, Georgie Wood. In fourth place number 6, Rob Finlow. Fifth place number 14, Rodney McDonald. In sixth place number 130, and seventh place number 189. Clearly no time for that one as it's been awarded after the race was stopped. 11, 7, 96, 6, 14, 130, 189. Race 21 that we've just seen, the official result for race 21, heat 12, a win for number 22, Andrew Appleton. That makes it 4 out of 4 for him, and maximum points. In second place, number 21, first points dropped this afternoon for David Howe. In third place, number 93, James Shanes. In fourth place, number 52, Danny Warwick. In fifth place, number 9, Mitch Godden. In sixth place, number 42. In seventh place, number 82. And the eighth place there, 51. Winning time of 1:15.69. 1:15.69. Keeping us on our toes this afternoon as we quickly move to the sidecar competition. 22 for Whiteland's made a terrific start and got himself into that first corner in pole position, but he's under a lot of pressure as he comes out of that first turn. It's Gareth Winterburn that's putting that pressure on. Paul Whiteland responds as they go down the back straight. They're both driving hard and fast into this bottom turn. Gareth Winterburn glides through on the inside. Oh, Paul Whiteland must have left the responds though, tries to hang on to that second place. Matt Van Roller has moved up in the second. Gareth Winterburn looking for maximum points from this one though, as he goes down the back straight leading. Well, Gareth Winterburn has looked very quick this afternoon. And Dan Crawford still in that second place. And Kieron Ivy trying to fight back for that second place, but having to be content with third at the moment. But Gareth Winterburn has really got some speed on in this one. I wonder if he's been making changes in between the heats. He must feel confident that he's going to make a semi-final. Second place, although he has scored consistently through the afternoon. Well, we see the checker flag as they come out, and my eyes have now changed from Gareth Winterburn going across the line to that second spot. Paul Whiteland desperately trying to get second. Not going to be. So race 22, a win for number 49, that's Gareth Winterburn and Billy Winterburn. In second place, number 15, Matt Promola and Dan Crawford. In third place, number 92, Paul Whitelum and Kieron Ivy. In fourth place, number 16, that's a reserve that's come in, Simon Hill and Jason Farwell. In fifth place, number 80, Will Offen and Nicky Owen. The winning time was 1:33.69, so scoring maximum points in that one, number 49. Followed home by 15, 92, 16 and 80, 1:33.69. As the riders prepare for race 23, we are moving close to the end of the point scoring legs. We'll be having an interval after race 24. That's when we get a chance to add all the points up, decide who goes in which semi-final, and then if you'll notice right at the back there is all the semi-finals and finals, all individually sponsored. That's on page 30. We'll give you all the qualifiers for that. Plenty going on during the interval. If you haven't brought food and drink with you, there are plenty of caterers on hand. I always pay a visit to the Grasstrack stand, that's the Grasstrack Riders and Supporters Association. And I know that the rep for the area for Snap-on is here with a stand as well, so if you need anything, it's your man. And the Sala moves away. This is race 23. And you know who we're looking for. Has he made it off the start? It is number 37. He's right on the inside. Pete Colvin has made the start this time and gets himself into the front. Mark Cossar slots into second place. If we're looking for a line through on the inside, he goes straight through it. Mark Cossar and Blyth move into first place. Pete Colvin has been making some fantastic starts today. And again, he got himself into that first corner in first place. Colin Blackbourn and Carl Pugh holding third at the moment. They were scoring well to start the day off, but they've been dropping points as the heats have gone on. Mark Cossar really does become in his circuit this afternoon. And he's going into both bends in the middle of the track. He drifts out into the loose on the outside. He gets maximum drive from that down the back straight. He looks very, very quick. He really is going to take some stopping this afternoon, I think. And as we see the last lap flag, you see again he's got a very solid coming out of that pit bend. He's happy being that little bit further out, just keeping the speed on. Well, if it works, why change it? Checker flag will be ready for him this time, and he comes round to make it 4 out of 4. Well, if you're going to win the British Masters, that's a very impressive way to do it. He takes maximum points once again. Steve Colvin finishes second, Colin Blackbourn gets that third place. So, race 23 then, I'm sure you've all got it written in already. It was another win for number 37. That, of course, is Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth. In second place, number 99, Pete Colvin and Steve Colvin. In third place, number 25, Colin Blackbourn and Carl Pugh. In fourth place, number 47, Tristan Winterburn and Henry Purcell. In fifth place, number 9, Myles Simmons and Kevin Woodley. The winning time was 1:34.95, 1:34.95, as we now move to the last of the qualifying leg rides. It's heat 12, it's race 24. We then just add up all the points, see who it is that goes into the semi-finals and eventually finals. Remind you at this point that it is the point scoring all the way through the competition. So when we get to those big finals at the end of the day, it won't be first over the line necessarily that takes the win. However, we'd always like it to be. the last of the qualifying rides, this Heat 12 of the sidecar competition. And then if you've been waiting for a visit to the amenities, then one more race to go. So if you haven't brought food and drink with you, there are plenty of facilities laid on. I should mention the beer tent as well, shouldn't I, really? If you want to pay a visit, that's the white marquee that's to the right of where we are on the finishing line. Well, waiting for the last of the outfits to come into line. Looking to see if the starter does move away. And of course, after this heat, we do calculate who it is that goes into the semi-finals. We'll then know the status of who's done what so far this afternoon. And he's got Rob Winterburn in second place. Rob Winterburn flew into that first corner. He's gone very, very wide, but he's managed to hang on to second place. I think that did give a little bit of an advantage to Rob Wilson. He had the much better line round that first turn. So it's Rob Winterburn that's got to do the chasing. Rob Wilson can do with maximum points from this run. And Liam Brown are very, very tight on both bends. They've gone tight again on that top corner, and now they force themselves to the front. So we could have two outfits together on maximum points from the heat ride. The way Rob Winterburn's going, he perhaps is going to be the one that's going to give Mark Cossar a run for his money this afternoon. Still good points for Rob Wilson in that second place. And Robbie Wilson in third spot at the moment. Disappointed to see that Paul Johnson has pulled out at the top of the field. We again look at Winterburn and Liam Brown in the face once again. Rob Wilson and Terry Saunders, no answer to them at the moment. They're sitting in that second place. Robbie Wilson and Bradley Steer picking up points for that third spot. And they will see the checkered flag once again. He's made it 4 out of 4. Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown. Rob Wilson and Terry Saunders finishing in second. So, race 24 in your programme, a very convincing win once again for outfit number 48, that's Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown. In second place, number 24, Rob Wilson and Terry Saunders. In third place, number 42, Robbie Wilson and Bradley Steer. Fourth place, number 98, Joe Mogg and Jack Cutler. The winning time was 1:34.63, 1:34.63, 48, 24, 42 and 98. So we now sit down and work out all the points of who's qualified for which semi-final, how many points they've got so far, who's got a chance of winning it, and I think in both competitions it's still very, very tight. Things can change in the semi-final.
He's competed in scrambles, speedway, grass track, road racing, trials. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, on the back straight, let's hear some cheers and some waving for the great Barry Briggs. And of course, those of you who want to get your programmed autographed, you can see you can't miss him there with his white anorak on, and can collar him and get an autograph. And also Paul Pinfold, don't forget to get his autograph, and because he'll be going back to Australia. But as you heard, he'll be back next year for 3 Ace of Ace style meetings, including some of the top Australians.
If Peter Gregory, if you can hear us, could you make your way down to the finishing line, to the commentary van? That's Mr. Peter Gregory. Thanks very much.
Adam's hanging off the back of that outfit. He hasn't lost none of it, has he? Incredible. Well, while Adam's going around there, you can see a lot of activity going on down here on the start line. All the sidecar boys are out looking at their gate positions. Well, show your appreciation there to Adam Cowper-Smith then, as he comes back around, as we got the other boys coming out. So Alan Arthurson, number 32, Mark Nelson as well. Jerry Wheeler, where's Jerry? Here's Jerry. Got lots of helpers there. So we now got Jerry Wheeler to come out and join them as well. So number 32, Alan Artis. Number 8, Jerry Wheeler. We got 2, 3, 4, Paul Pimple. And Mark Nelson, number 2. I know there's quite a few older fans out there who follow like the history of Grasstrack. Well, we've certainly got some star names out there, ladies and gentlemen, for you. Well, Mark Nelson there, ahead of Paul Pinfold, then Jerry Wheeler, Alan Artis to the back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a demonstration, wouldn't you? But they're winding it on, they're making it into a race here. So fantastic to watch. This is not just any demo. Paul Pinfold, you can still see that he races competitively. As you heard, he's going to be racing in that special meeting put on by Troy Corser down under. And of course we're going to see him racing next year on the grass, ladies and gentlemen. So we got, of course you heard that we might see Steve Smith again back next year as well. But Paul Pinfold there winding it on. Mark Nelson, then Jerry Wheeler. Certainly winding it on. Remember that Jerry Wheeler's 83 years young, the 1970 British champion. Alan Artis there at the back, the 1975 British champion. Paul Pinfold won the Ace of Aces a couple of times. And just look at the way Paul's going on. Look, he's kicking on there. There's the checkered flag. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to see Alan Artis into the pit lane, and Graham Hancock will then take over to do a demo with Alan on the back. So, ladies and gentlemen, give them a big round of applause. I just let you know there, ladies and gentlemen, Paul's just told me that that event next year will be called the Empire Classic. Empire Classic is the name for it next year. And there we have the driver here, Graham Hancock, who won the BBC Grandstand Trophy at Yeovil in 1966. And there he's got Alan Artis on the back, and of course pushed off by the one and only Steve Smith as well. Steve, I think Clear Pinfold will give you a run for his money, for your money next year. You never know, do you? Incredible. Well, we got Graham Hancock, so we also got Paul Pinfold going back around. Adam Cobra Smith, you've realised your ambition there. What was it like?
It's absolutely fantastic. Great to be back on a bike, but I will leave it to the youngsters. What you don't realise is these corners, particularly this paddock one, is very, very rough, and you're just riding sideways across ruts all the time. So it's like a mountain range.
We can realise just how good these modern day riders are then.
Either that or I've forgotten how rough Grasstrack was, but certainly they're hanging on and making it look very easy.
Well done, realising your ambition. All three Wilson families, 3 generations you've now passengered for. Well done.
Yeah, thank you very much. Brilliant.
Well done, Adam.
They always do it. They caught me out there. That's the first semi-final I assume that we got underway, because I quickly see that Andrew Appleton has got himself to the front. James Shane's decided it's going brilliant. Mitch Godden has got the third. But Andrew Appleton's setting the pace. James Shane's doing everything he possibly can to stay with him. Look at James Shane's closing up on him. Up the back straight we go into that top turn. Andrew Appleton still with the lead, but James Shane's is pushing it every inch of the way. He's getting closer and closer. They really are close as they come down past me. James Shane's very, very quick on the bend. Andrew Appleton trying to slow it a little bit on that pit turn, gets a much better line that time round that bottom turn. He didn't go so wide on the exit, where I saw James Shane's getting the advantage. But as they go into the last lap, Andrew Appleton looking at making 2014 a year for him with the British Masters. Remembering upwards so long this afternoon. He's on maximum points for his 4 qualifying ride. This is the first semi-final. James Shane's doing everything he possibly can to try and close that gap, but it looks as if he's going to have to settle for second place, and the points that are associated to it. Andrew Appleton takes the win. James Shane's a very valiant second. A good scrap for this third place. He's going to be close to the line. Oh, Glen Phillips and Mitch Godden very, very close on the line. Harland Cook follows them home. So a very fast and furious first semi-final. So race 25, the first solo semi-final, sponsored by Paul and Karen Jarvis. A win for number 22. He's been doing it all afternoon. It's Andrew Appleton that takes maximum points from the first semi. In second place to him, a very valiant effort from the youngster, number 93, James Shanes. He gets second place, as in third place is number 42. And number 42 is Glen Phillips, very, very close on the line, with number 9 in fourth place, Mitch Godden. In fifth place, number 7, Harland Cook. In sixth place, number 82, David Sprate. And in seventh place, number 24, that was the reserve that came in, Adam Filmer. Eighth place, number 130. The winning time was 113.84, 113.84. So you should have had 22, 93, 42, 9, 7, 82, 24, 130, and a winning time, 113.84. riders getting themselves to that starting gate for the second semi-final. They've been sitting in the pit box watching the first semi-final. They know what they've got to do. Andrew Appleton moved on to 45 points going into that final. I think you know what I'm saying. David Howe is the next top point scorer at this stage, so the bare minimum really he needs is a win. Clearly somebody not happy on that start line. To remind you, this is the second semi-final, sponsored by Invicta Tyres. And perhaps I should remind you that there has been a whole shot competition running this afternoon. For the solos, it was sponsored by Trevor Foreman's Decorating, and they'll be keeping a record of who made it to the first corner first in every single race, and the most at the end of the day will win the £100 cash. For the sidecars, it's sponsored by the bike shop at Farisham, and exactly the same thing. Riders that made the best of the start got to that first corner first the most time, so you take the cash away. We're underway now with the second semi-final. As they break going down that back straight. Is that David Howe moving through on the inside? I think it is. They close up as they go into that first turn, and they break. He's coming down past me for the first time. It is indeed David Howe that's got to the front. Danny Warwick, I can see, moving through the middle of those two riders to get himself up into second place. And it's all changing that second, third and fourth place, but David Howe is doing everything right at the moment. He's going after the maximum points that he needs to get into that final. Second place. Robbie Wilson right on the outside. We've got Danny Warwick on the inside. Georgie Wood being forced to go very, very wide on that pit bend, but he's still sitting there in third place. Oh, David Howe away from the rest of the crap going on with his second place, so Danny Warwick needs to have it. Paul Cooper, the rider, has now got through on the inside of Georgie Wood. Paul Cooper closing up already on Danny Warwick. So Paul Cooper with a late challenge to try and get himself more points and get in a better position on that final. He's moved through into second place. Georgie Wood follows him as well. So a good finish for the second, third, fourth places. David Howe takes the win. Paul Cooper in second. Close to that third place, and indeed it is, fifth and sixth. So race 26, it was the second solo semi-final, sponsored by Invicta Tyres. The win for number 21, David Howe. In second place, number 11, Paul Cooper. In third place, number 52, Danny Warwick. In fourth place, number 96, Georgie Wood. In fifth place, number 107, Josh Dingle. In sixth place, number 6, Adam Finlow. That was Rob Finlow, I should say. And in 7th place, number 19, that's Dave Mears. And in 8th place, number 12. The winning time was 1:15.80, 1:15.80. So that's race 26, the second semi-final. We now transfer those points into the overall points chart and decide who it is that's going to battle it out for the big final. Race 29 in your programme. And at the moment, we've got Andrew Appleton on 45 points, David Howe on 43 points. It's all very close for that big final. We turn our attention now to the sidecar competition, race 28, sponsored by Snap-on Tools. And Rob Winterburn, the highest point scorer in this one, he's on 28 points. No, it's not, I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm looking at race 27. And this should be the one that's sponsored by TT Skip Hire. And we've got number 37, Mark Cossar on 28 points. That's better. Against him goes Rob Wilson on 21 points. 25 is Colin Blackbourn on 20. 99, Steve Colvin. Number 15. Back up over Dan Crawford. Let's go up and get underway with this, the first of the sidecar semi-finals. Who made the best of the side? He's been making some fabulous starts this afternoon. And it is Pete Colvin that's got away. I was looking for Mark Cossar, and that is Mark Cossar in second place. Now remember, he's unbeaten so far this afternoon. He's been forced to go wide round Steve Colvin. Gone the long way round, and he's going to go for the front. moment, battling in front of Matt front roller. But look at Mark Cossar go now, he's got himself with a bit of fresh air in front. And of course I'm just realising now who's missing, and in fact it was Rob Wilson that was left on the line. Point scorer coming into this semi-final. I don't know what the problem was on the start line for Rob Wilson, but he doesn't go in this semi-final. It's left the door wide open for Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth as they come round off that pit bend. They'll see the last lap flag this time. They're looking very, very quick. Machinery looks to be holding up well. He's up into second place. With the semi-final close to completion, he's just got the final to go this afternoon. Remember that he is the defending champion of this Masters competition. Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth take the win. Colin Blackbourn take second. Steve Colvin take third. So race 27 it was in your programme, the first sidecar semi-final, sponsored by DT Skip Hire, and let's give you that official result of a win for number 37. That's Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth. In second place, number 25, Colin Blackbourn and Carl Pugh. In third place, number 99, Pete Colvin and Steve Colvin. In fourth place, number 15, Matt from Marola and Dan Crawford. And sixth place, number 184, John Hiscock and Carl Bell. The winning time was 132.81. So maximum points for the defending champions, Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth. So the riders coming out for race 28. This is the second semi-final for the sidecar competition. And Rob Winterburn has been able to sit in the pits there and watch Mark Cossar continue to get maximum points from his rides. He knows he's got to equal him going into that final. It then will be a straight battle between those two. But just a case of actually winning the semi-final first. Now, of course, sitting on the line with Rob Winterburn is Gareth Winterburn, Paul Whitenham and Robbie Wilson. And they'll be the ones that are trying to stop him getting maximum points in this semi-final. And I'm sure the pressure must be on that start line. So again, there seems to be discussion on the start line. Is the starter happy? The starter moves away. Get underway. Where is Rob Winterburn? Rob Winterburn right on the outside. He's got on the in front, but he's got Gareth right there with him. Gareth Winterburn has cut through and tried to get back underneath. He's close coming out of that bend, but Rob Winterburn keeps it going. The two together as they go down that back straight. But Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown get away and hold that pole position. But Gareth Winterburn is not going to give up. He'll push him all the way. Robbie Wilson is at the moment, but it is all about those front two. You've got Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown fighting every inch of the way. Gareth Winterburn and Billy Winterburn pushing them all the way. I've been noticing earlier on this afternoon that Gareth Winterburn holds the Rob Winterburn tends to be a little wider. Say that, he's got a very good line around that top bend and he does get the advantage going down that back straight. Now perhaps there is a little bit of a gap now as Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown look to be equaling the same number of points as Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth. 1 more lap to go. The battle is going on for third place because Whiteman trying to from Robbie Wilson. Those two battling hard down the back straight, but if we watch to see them come round towards the checkered flag, Rob Winterburn has done everything he possibly can. He's won the semi-final, he's got maximum points, he's still in the hunt. So So the second semi-final for the sidecars. We now know who it is that qualifies for the big final. Race 30 in your programme, but let's give you the official result of race 28. It was a win and maximum points for outfit number 48. That's Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown. In second place, number 49, Gareth Winterburn and Billy Winterburn. In third place, number 42, Robbie Wilson and Bradley Steer. In fourth place, number 92, Paul Whitelam and Kieron Ivy. In fifth place, number 47. In sixth place, number 16. The winning time was 1:33.22, 1:33.22. So you should have had 48, 49, 42, 92, 47 and 16, 1:33.22, the winning time. So we'll just now check and double check the official qualifiers and what points they've got going into the Masters finals. And we are getting close now to finding out who it is that's going to have their name go down in the history books as being British Masters champions for 2014. So we start with number 22, Andrew Appleton, on 45 points at the moment. Number 21, David Howe, on 43 points. Number 11, Paul Cooper, 39 points. Number 93, James Shanes, on 36 points. Number 52, Danny Warwick, on 30. Number 96, Georgie Wood, on 28. Number 30, Richard Hall, on 27. Number 9, Mitch Godden, on 26. The reserve would have been number 9, Harland Cook, on 26, but as I say, we believe he rides number 7. I do apologise. He qualified effectively in 9th place, the first reserve position. He's got 26 points, and we believe that will be no showing from Richard Hall as he didn't come out in the semi-final. So Harland Cook will get a ride in this final. Hopefully that makes sense. So with the sidecars, race 30, the Masters Sidecar Final, sponsored by the Bike Shop in Faversham. Number 37 is Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth. They have 35 points. Number 48, Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown on 35 points. Number 49, Gareth Winterburn and Billy Winterburn, 27 points. 25, Colin Blackbourn and Carl Pugh on 25 points. Number 92, Paul Whitelam and Kieron Ivy on 23 points. And joining them on that start line is number 42, Robbie Wilson and Bradley Steer on 22 points. So I can see that the riders are making their way over to that start line. And remind you that it is point scoring, so I'm sure a lot of you will be thinking that Andrew Appleton's going to do it once again. He's got the 45 points, so he's got a 2-point advantage over David Howe. Andrew Appleton rides 22, David Howe rides 21. Sure, Paul Cooper and James Shanes will try and get in on the mix of it. Looking for that presentation of the top 3 at the end of the day. So all the hard work has been put in preparation for the meeting. The point scoring through the heats and the semi-final. This is the final. We're underway with the 2014 final as they go down that back straight for the first time. Has Andrew Appleton made it as they break into that first turn? I do believe it's Andrew that's got to the front. That must be David Howe that's on the inside of him, though, the two of them together as they come down past Paul Cooper is settled into third place and is trying to close and make sure he doesn't lose speed on those front runners, but it's Andrew Appleton with head down, long track style as he goes down that back straight. Into the top corner he goes. David Howe trying to hold a much tighter line, trying to get the line on the inside, get the brake coming down towards the finishing line. But Andrew Appleton is comfortable at the moment. James Shane, the youngster, in fourth place at the moment. He's been battling with Paul Cooper all afternoon, but he's got to do it again in this big final. But Andrew Appleton, round that top corner, looking very much in control. You'll see the last lap flag this time. David Howe has no arm to move at the moment. Keep your eye on that third and fourth place. Trying to close down on Paul Cooper. But as we look to the back straight for the last time this afternoon in the solo competition, it is Andrew Appleton that's got everything right this afternoon. He's been unbeaten all afternoon and he's going to be the new 2014 champion. Andrew Appleton takes it. David Howe takes second, Paul Cooper in third, James Shane in fourth. Well, it all gets very fast and furious when we get to this stage of the event, doesn't it? Well, as the riders come round to receive your congratulations, I'll hang off giving you the official result. Let's quickly transfer the points that have been scored and where they all end up overall. But please show your appreciation, some fantastic riding and some very determined riding from Andrew Appleton. He won it in 2010, he won it in 2011, he's now back in 2014. Terrific performance from David Howe, and doesn't he keep entertaining? Paul Cooper, ride number 11, brilliant ride once again from him. So let's give you the official result of the Masters Solo Final. A win for number 22, Andrew Appleton. In second place, number 21, David Howe. In third place, number 11, Paul Cooper. In fourth place, number 93, James Shane. In fifth place, number 9, Mitch Godden. In sixth place, number 52, Danny Warwick. In seventh place, number 96, Georgie Wood. The winning time was 1:14.72. 1:14.72. You should have had 22, 21, 11. 93, 9, 52, 96, 1:14.72 the winning time. So we now look for the sidecar final as we transfer the points scored into the overall points chart and work out for you who has finished in the top 3 of the solo competition. So I know a lot of you that follow Grasstrack closely will be very interested in this sidecar final. It couldn't be any closer. If you remember back through the history books, down in mid-Cornwall in 2009, Mark Cossar, Tom Cossar as it was at the time, won the British Masters. 2010, Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth won it. 2011, Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown won it. 2012 at Princeton, Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth. 2013, Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth. Oh, Sam, let them go and they get underway and come down past us. Remember that we've got Mark Cossar and Rob Winterburn. Rob Winterburn's made the best of the starts. So Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown get away on that top corner, but Mark Cossar is right on their back wheel as they go down that back straight. So Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown looking to take the championship and leading Mark Cossar, the defending champion at the moment, in second place. The two of them together as they come round that bottom turn. Now Mark Cossar is getting very, very close as they come off that top bend. These two almost together as they go down that back straight. Now what can Mark Cossar do? Will he take a chance to go around the outside? Is he going to just continually battle for that inside? So he's got a 129 coming up this straight. Can he afford to go on the outside? Has he got to keep pushing on the inside? He's got to go for the outside. He can't get through on the inside. Rob Winterburn is doing enough at the moment. He'll be holding that tight line on the inside and then trying to keep the speed on as well. And this is where Cossar's got to go to the outside. He comes all the way around the outside. Has he got the speed? This time he climbs the hill. This time he goes around the outside again. Can he get the extra speed down that back straight? It's going to be the checkered bag this time. Has Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown done enough as they go into this last turn? Mark Cossar, the defending champion, has got one more corner to have a go. And he comes round off that bottom bend. It is going to be Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown make it. A fantastic fight. Mark Cossar used all his experience. He fought every inch of the way. He wasn't able to find a way through. Our 2014 champions are Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown. And I'm sure there's already a lot of you realising that Liam Brown is now British Masters champion for 1000cc sidecars. He is European champion for 500cc sidecars. What a fantastic month it's been for Liam. Passengering in both the 500 sidecar class in Europe and the 1000cc sidecar class here in the UK, he has got both titles. Fantastic effort. Please show you congratulations. They tried absolutely everything. A fantastic sidecar final. And not forgetting the rest of the competitors that were out in that final. Well, I think that's a first. I've never seen that before, but shining the light on Rob and Liam. Liam very, very pleased with that, I'm sure. So as the riders make their way back to the pits, those of you that keep your programmes 100%, let's give you the official result of the final. It was a win for outfit number 48, Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown. In second place, number 37, Mark Cossar and Carl Blyth. In third place, number 49, Gareth Winterburn and Billy Winterburn. In fourth place, number 92, Paul Whitelum and Kieron Ivy. In fifth place, number 42, Robbie Wilson and Bradley Steer. In sixth place, number 25, Colin Blackbourn and Carl Pugh. The winning time was 1:32.82, 1:32.82. That is the last race of the afternoon. That decided who became 2014 British Masters champions, and I think you'll agree with very, very well deserved.
One of the greats, of course, used to race here at home in the States, but of course, British champion. I think was it 1966 was running of that year, wasn't it?
Then I was fortunate enough to win the 350 on that year, and the 250 on another year. And I think, I'm not boasting, but I think I'm the only person that's won the 250, 350 and 500 championships. So I'm very chuffed about that, and obviously all the support I got from everybody. But strangely enough, I put it down to one factor. The tracks then had right-hand bends, and I was good on right-hand bends. The speedway riders were obviously better on the left-hand bends than me, but I was better than them on the right-hand bends, which helped me win the championships. And I had very good support from my mother and father and Mother Karen. Alan Hagan helped me build decent bikes. Spud Hazen helped tune the engines, and Ron Valentine set me on the right road. And also Fred Jarvis sponsored me 1 year, Fred Hill, and I said my mother and father and
Absolutely fantastic. Now, of course, up my bush, Ron Henry used to go well on these right-hand bends. You made a special program. Lifted up. Did you have any sort of mod columns on there when you used to go for the right-hand bends?
Yes, I did have a special for it, so I angled it up slightly, especially at places where I went to Tetro, where I held the lap record for 10 years. And would you believe Don Godden was started 38 seconds behind the first person to run, and I was started 40 seconds. That was just a mile and a quarter track with jumps on it. And for that track, we had footrests that angled up. But also Alf Hagen's bike helped in as much it had its swept up exhaust on the left-hand side, which didn't dig in on the right-handers. So he was able to negotiate the right-hand bends extremely fast. In fact, we could take them virtually flat out, which is unknown, you know. And as I say, Alf Hagen's exhaust helped a lot on that one.
What was your riding number? Number 13?
Yes, number 13.
I thought it was.
But in Tetro, which was my favourite track, I used to ride number 3. That was a mile and a quarter track with right and left hand bends. And Graham Banks' son also held the lap record there for many years. I think he still does, Trevor. And he rode there as well. But I always remember that was along with the 350 and 500 British Championships, Tetra was my greatest achievement. I held the lap record at 104.925 kilometres an hour over jumps. I think this is unbelievable.
Over jumps?
Yeah, 40,000 people there. But again, give the English public a little bit of the knowledge of behind the Iron Curtain, which is quite unbelievable. I was arrested for shopping within 3 kilometres of the border. Apparently, he wasn't allowed to shop within 5 kilometres of the border, and I was taken to the local jail and released after half an hour. And they ordered me out of the country by midnight.
That must have been quite frightening because I believe on the borders they used to carry machine guns then in those days.
You're quite right, and people used to try and swim across, with obviously water aids, across the small channel to Norway or wherever, and the patrol boats used to shoot them dead. It was just unbelievable. Also, on top of that, Stan Lux here, and he knows what I'm saying is true. You couldn't shop for coffee. Stan and myself and some of the English riders used to take coffee over from the residents of Germany because they couldn't buy coffee. They couldn't buy a matching cup and saucer. It was unbelievable. It makes you appreciate this country.
It's very sad. I mean, I went on a coach trip to the 1976 World Speedway final, and to see the Polish people in those days, it was unbelievable. And they were just amazed with all our colour and scarves and everything in those days.
Yes. But I think I'd just like to close on thanking Graham Hurry, yourself and all the team that put on such a fantastic day today. I think the only complaint I've had about the final must have been 6 laps at the end. Graham said he's going to look into that for me, which is kind of him. And hopefully we can have another day today. But thank you all very, very much for what you've done today. Tremendous. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a real legend. Come on, a big round of applause, please, for Tony Black.
Now we'll take before we hand over to Jim here.
Yeah, they don't know each other, do we? But it's nice to meet you.
He would have raced against your dad.
Yes, I'm sure he would have done. I don't know if he may have fared better than the army, I don't know.
Well, it's good to see you back here watching Grasstrack. Obviously very busy with the Speedway these days. You haven't got the bug? Want to start riding again?
Well, I have got the bug, actually. I actually had a spin on a Speedway bike, or 2 Speedway bikes, just a couple of weeks ago, and still feeling the effects, I must say, because it's been about 5 years. I suddenly realised that I am beginning to age a bit.
Well, you look very fit.
Thank you, that's very kind of you. I'm going to assure you I'm not quite as fit as when I used to tear around here, but no, it's been an interesting afternoon.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, give Calvin Tatum a big round of applause, please. And one other person, where's Barry Griggs there? Barry Griggs?
I might present.
Is he in there? Well, where's Barry gone there? He's not in the marquee, is he? Is Briggo here, anybody? It looks like we had our interview with him earlier on, so we may not have Barry Griggs there, Jim, for the presentation. In 3rd place, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Cooper. Where's Paul? Paul Cooper, where are you? Oh, you're on the way.
What's that?
That's all right, no problem. Super duper.
It was all right, not bad.
Paul, I think you've got some flowers.
I'll have a quick word with each one in turn, because I don't want to get sprayed with champagne. Come on, stand up here.
Some talking if you want.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Cooper. Wow, are you pleased with third place? Or South, it's only third?
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased I came third, but you're always going to be a bit upset you didn't get on top step, but the boys out there were good today. It was a great field of riders. There was probably 6 or 7 guys who couldn't be on that top step, and Andrew and David were on form from the first heat to the final now. So well done to them two for first and second. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with I made the boys work a little bit hard in the pits. Made my mechanics changed quite a few things, but they've done me proud, and it turned out to be a good day.
Fantastic, well done, Paul. Big round of applause, please.
I just want to thank obviously my dad and Clive for mechanicking for me. Also, Track Plus, the frame they're riding this year and last year have been brilliant. You know, I've made the steps on the Masters 2 years in a row riding their gear, so really pleased with the bikes and stuff. And Dave and Jane are great. Also, thank you to Rod and Gareth for the free stuff that they're going to give me now.
How did you get on the Sprocket Challenge? Did you do it today?
I won it easy.
Hey, give me a round of applause.
They don't know that yet, but yeah, venue to venue, thank you very much for all their help. Bridget is here, Jackie, Percy, Colin, Pauline, Ray, everyone who helps me out, thank you very much.
You've done it, well done. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Cooper. Now, ladies and gentlemen, keep the applause going. In second place, David Howe. So David Howe then receives his award.
Well done, David. I thought you might have just slipped on the inside.
At least I made him work.
Yeah, you did indeed. I think you've got a few more items here as well. Well done. Don't drop anything. Well done. Super.
Congratulations, David. Yeah, that's it. Stick it down there.
Hey, I'm taller than somebody.
Yeah. Congratulations. Last time you were here for the World Championship, last year for the Team Championship, you looked in a sorry state, but now, back on form, Speedway, Grasstrack, long track, you must be well chuffed.
Yeah, it's not been a happy place for me. 2 years ago I came here, did practice, and the next day retired for the season with a shoulder injury. And last year I obviously had a broken arm. Today was one of them days where I didn't quite feel, it just didn't really click for me today. I was winning races, but I was making the totally opposite of Andrew, and I was making hard work of it. I wasn't making good starts. The one start I did make was in the final. At least I made Andrew work to the first corner, which he hasn't been worked all day. So yeah, the right guy won. Not happy with second, you never are. But yeah, the right guy on the day.
Fantastic. Give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Well done, David. And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, he's back on top form. Please welcome onto the podium then, Andrew Appleton.
Congratulations, smashing, fully deserved that. Yeah, nice, very clinical performance. Yeah, brilliant. Make sure you can control it all. The other fellas are going to chat with you. Well done, smashing.
Well, congratulations there. Just put that in. Don't stand on there. I won't be able to reach you. Just shake hands with Paul first. There we go.
Oh, okay.
And, well, back on form, big time. Well done, Andrew. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you can't really say back on form just after one meeting. If you do that a couple of more times, then you can say that. But
oh, you look very impressive, wasn't it? Very impressive, everybody.
Thank you. But yeah, I really tried my hardest today, and the key to my success today was my starting. And I think the only one I really wasn't sharp enough on was the final. But
oh yeah, I thought I made a good one.
No, I didn't make such a good one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just had enough legs at the end of the straight to get over David, and yeah, it was a real good race, and yeah, I'm absolutely chuffed to have won it again. It's been a while.
Well done. Congratulations. Big round of applause, please. For Appleton. We've got one more coming in here. That's Andrew. How many times is your name on there, Calvin, Jim said?
Too many.
Too many. I believe we've got Tony Black, who's going to present the prize money to these three gentlemen as well. That's it. So if you're ready to hold the dog, you come on out, Tony. So, prize money awaits you, gentlemen.
No taxman here, is there?
Is there taxman here? No, you're all right. Is it that much you get, man?
It is compared to big.
Give a big round of applause as they receive their prize money. And the photographers, you'd like to take your photograph before the step off, gentlemen. Don't forget lots of videos here, or what DVD when we record yourself now. Right. I'm going to hand over to Jim Head now because he likes to go after champagne.
Oh, it stings, man.
Well done, guys. See the AC Awards.
So you've actually realised that it is for drinking.
Now the money's back. Can you all come and sign for your money?
Well done, guys. If you'd like to make your way inside to sign that say that you have received your winning money and your trophies and everything else.
We'll leave me for now.
Well, no, we've got, unless you want to trampled on by the sidecar boys.
Too much to carry. Everything like
if you can afford it. Well done, Wood. Anyway, you know where I'm going. Thanks. You've said it.
I've marked it.
All right. No, that's good.
Well done. Well done. Well done, Andrew.
No, it wasn't. I made hard work. Normally I don't like Andrew.
Yes, that's it.
There's some flowers over.
Well done.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Then if I got Paula. Good girl.
David, can I have a quick word before you hit the kids?
Yeah. We going?
Yeah, can I have a quick word before you hit the kids?
I've got the task of presenting the Sidecar Awards. I'm not going to physically do it myself, but hopefully I'll add the words to it. Before I do that, I just wanted a quick word with this gentleman standing here, because you know that bringing all these things together, there is an organisation called the ACU, and Peter's here representing the ACU. Peter, how would you sum up today?
One word, brilliant. I think it takes a lot of time to put together an event of this size, a lot of hard work, a lot of sleepless nights. There's three people who really make it. It's not the ACU, it's the club who put it on, it's the riders who race, and it's the spectators who have turned out today to cheer the riders on. A big thank you to them, and a big thank you to the riders. There's some hard racing, but every race was fair. It's a privilege to watch such an event.
Fabulous words, Peter, and I know that you didn't really have too many issues to sort out. A few of the tight points, one or two ballots we had in there, which a lot of people don't see us doing, but I totally agree with you. A fabulous day's racing. And any idea where it might be next year?
We're waiting for people to ask. The ACU doesn't have a bottomless pit of people desperate to take this risk. Invitations have gone out last week to all of the organising clubs. We're hoping to get at least one applicant, otherwise it's twisting people's arms. It's not easy, as I said earlier, to take this sort of risk, because if it rains and you get no spectators, you have a big hole in your pocket, and nobody wants that to happen. So we're grateful for the people. There will be a Masters next year. I will say now, and nobody has heard this before,
We are looking to possibly change the structure of the Masters a little bit, and we would be grateful if people with thoughts could contact the ACU in a proper way, possibly by email, to say it would be nice, you know, do we have a final where the winner of the final is the champion? Do we have a system where we have less riders, more riders? Do we make the Masters open to more classes? You know, it's been like this since the Appleton ran the first of this type of Masters in 1984, and maybe it's time for a change. I know we got 4 laps and going that way around. We got that right in 1928. But it would be nice for the spectators to say we would like to see something a little bit different. We need an organiser who's prepared to do something different, and we need the riders to ride it. But we are open to maybe taking other ideas on board to see if we can improve the standard of this super event.
Fantastic, Peter. I thought it was a bit of a leading question. You've done brilliantly well to answer it. And I think, as all of you have just heard, if you've got any ideas, then send them to the ACU. They are prepared to listen. But thank you, Peter. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. And it now leads me on to say that the reason we're here is the presentation of the sidecars. I think it goes without saying that we expect so much from the 1000cc. They are entertainment. We've seen some fantastic racing this afternoon and some very, very worthy winners. Now, to present the awards, you've seen him out there on the track this afternoon, but I'm very pleased to welcome back once again Mr. Paul Pinfold, a man that's, dare I say, been there, done it. Right, so we will start with, as always, 3rd place, and finishing in 3rd this afternoon. Some very hard-fought races, but let's welcome up on stage Gareth Winterburn and Billy Winterburn. Go round. Yeah, come on now. Cheers, Ryan.
Flower, don't you dare buy that's the 3rd place. You get a
Get champagne.
I'm still wet out after this.
Brilliant, well, we're all coupled up, right. Got the money as well? No, they don't need that. Gareth, I've got to ask, a fantastic track, a lot of hard work, but 3rd place.
Yeah, brilliant really. Biggest bonus, I'm not going to qualifier, so that's always a plus side, isn't it? But yeah, no, belting track. You know, hurt a little bit being back there in 2nd and 3rd places here and there, but no, it was going well.
Yeah, and I've got to bring you in quickly. Rode fabulous, didn't he?
Yeah, really well. Bit of team riding going on, but I couldn't be happy for my dad. It's a big confidence boost for him and a big confidence boost for us as well.
Fantastic. I think you all know what he's talking about, because the guy that has ended up on that top spot, they're all related. They all fight every week, don't you? And I know you're still working on machinery this morning, weren't you?
Yeah, we've had some hellish problems. I can't get out the gate. Once I'm out the gate, I'm going, but it's such a big drop out the gate. It's once everybody's in front of you, you're getting there's a lot of dust and a lot of crap out there, and once you get in it, you can't see where you're going, and you can't make a move.
Well done indeed, Gareth. I know that you had a hard-fought season. You've ended up 3rd in the British Masters. Well done indeed to Gareth Winterburn and Billy Winterburn. Well, I think it is with great anticipation that I now wait to hear what this man's going to say to me, because we're welcome on stage in 2nd place, the defending champions. It is, of course, Mark Cossar and Colin Blackbourn. Well done, mate. Well done.
And most
Don't want that, Mark.
Oh, yeah. Where do I start, Mark? You tried everything in that final.
I had it covered, didn't he? He knew where I wanted to be and put his bike there, so he ran a smart race.
He did ride a smart race. You've ridden hard all day long. You must have thought you were in with a chance when you started on that start line.
I've been struggling with starts all day, and I knew that if I didn't make the start, I'd struggle. And yeah, Rob made a drive start, and I couldn't get past him.
Well, we kept thinking maybe you should have tried the outside line a bit earlier. Did that cross your mind once you got towards the end of the race?
A little bit, but trying the outside line on the bottom cost me because it's something too wide and you gain too much ground, and you can't make up ground in that short time.
Absolutely, but looking forward, you'll be back next year to fight again.
Oh, bigger and stronger.
That's what we like to hear. And Carl, I'm not going to let you get away. A very hard track to ride, but enjoyable.
Enjoyable, very demanding. It's been a very good race, very good days racing it all over. So, yeah, well done, Rod.
Well done indeed, Lloyd. Well done in second place though for 2014, Mark Cossar and Colin Blackbourn. So I'm hoping that we get a very big round of applause for some very worthy winners of the 2014 British Masters. We welcome on stage Rod Winterburn and Liam Brown.
Cheers. Good run. Thank you. Cheers. Young Liam over there. Cheers. Who's got the better? Don't go away. Yeah, one for whole shop. Sort that out. Cheers.
Yes, they're quickly running out of hands. Brilliant. Well, I'm hoping I'm going to get a very big reaction from what should be a very, very happy man. Fabulous race, Rob.
Very hard work. Yes. We had grounds set in a week or two since we changed an engine and finished about 12 one night. Liam stayed there overnight to finish off. Which was a good do really, because I was knackered. And
it means you're a bit tired.
Yeah, that's a Yorkshire term, yeah. And we've been booking about with things and messing about and altering stuff. And today it wasn't running right. Sorry, Matt. Wasn't running right today, but we just altered. We did a few little things in the final and then started different and just got away. And once we got in front, we just kept going.
Well, absolutely keep going, but from where we were looking, it was a matter of holding perfect lines on every bend, because he was breathing heavily down his throat, wasn't he?
Saw him once come up inside, yeah, and I think it was then I let go of the throttle and panicked. I got cramp in my hand, so I was like curling my fingers around the throttle and trying to grab it and keep hold of it, and I thought, well, just keep hold of it now, just don't let go of it. So carried on the way we went.
Well, it seemed to work. And I've got to bring you in. I mean, what an achievement. An awful lot of people here were up there at that European final. You've ridden 500 chairs, you've ridden 1,000cc sidecars, and you've got the titles in both. Very, very happy here.
Yeah, I'm over the moon in a minute. I think this winter is just going to be a big piss off, I think.
Now, you mean a big celebration?
Yeah, that'll do.
But fantastic, and you must have enjoyed that final, because I'm sure from where you were looking, you could see Mark breathing down his throat all the time.
I could see Mark everywhere, and he was underneath us, outside of us. I saw him once come on the outside, and I thought, no, he's not having it, he's not coming. I just put everything I could into it, and it paid off eventually. And I saw Mark go wide on this bottom turn, which we did in the semi. And I knew that was it then. I thought, we've got it now, he's going to bell.
Super, it most certainly was. Well done indeed to our 2014 champion. Make your way up on the roster and boys. It is Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown. Well, he has made it up on her eventually. So let's give a big round of applause for our 2014 Masters winners, Gareth Winterburn and Ben Millichap. Mark Cossar, Colin Blackbourn, Rod Winterburn, Liam Brown.
Right then, Rob!
Champion!
Well done, guys, and all the photographs have been taken. If you could make your way into the caravan, a sign to say that you've received your winnings. And I'm going to ask Andrew Appleton if you could join us again. Is Andrew still here? Andrew, can you come join us for a minute? And Trevor, if you'd like to join us. Tony, even. I'll give it away. Now, we talked a lot earlier on about there was some different sponsorship on today and some different tournaments. One that I've seen it in motocross, I haven't seen it in Grasstrack, but they tried it for the first time today. It was the rider that most consistently hit the first bend from the start in the league. And no surprise really, the winner of the £100 from our sponsor Tony, Mr. Andrew Appleton.
Well done. Very kind of you. I think I'll put Andrew, can you turn around so we can take a photo? Here we are. Thank you. Yeah? Yeah, just want another one. Yeah, a little bit. You alright, Paul? What are you doing with the flowers? Must be. Yep.
Thank you guys.
All right.
Thanks very much.
Nice to see you in it. Yes.
And for those of you that do keep your records 100%, the winner of the whole shot tournament was Rob and Liam Brown. So you got another 100 quid sitting in there to be picked up as well. It's all coming in. And I should also quickly explain that the Chris Ormerod Trophy should have been presented for the Sidecar final, and unfortunately the trophy hasn't been returned, so we couldn't present that one this afternoon. You got it at home?
They forgot to
bring it. There you go. That's the first of the day. And I just know that's a bit of overconfidence that he knew he was going to be getting it back. Well,
somebody always saying something because he more ropes and stakes. You mentioned prize money back to the camera.
Right, a very important notice for the riders. Your prize money will be paid out at the back of the announcer's caravan. If you want to make your way down there, I know some of you have got long journeys to make. It only remains for me to say that a very big thank you to all the club organisers. I think you'll agree we've had a fantastic day's racing. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I'm sure the beer tent is still open, so please stay and join us. Join the winners in celebration. Have a very safe journey home. I hope we're going to see you all on the Grasstrack very soon. Harland Cook going on to that third place. Mitch Godden is trying to go around the outside, get himself in the third spot. Talks it out as he comes out of that bottom turn. Mitch Godden has got himself third. Paul Cooper getting closer and closer to him as he comes into that last turn. Georgie Wood is not out of it either as they come towards the checkered flag, and Paul Cooper may have got it. Very close on the line. Robbie Wilson and Bradley here. Well, they do look very, very quick. There's a few changes going on a bit further down for that third and fourth place. Oh, Mark Cossar even had time for over in number 3. No, he's got a bit of a gap. Rob Wilson doing everything he can to defensively hold on to that second place. As Mark Cossar takes the second place, but his second place is Gareth Williams. He takes second. Rob Wilson takes the off to get underway. He's made the best of the start. Andrew certainly charging out of the middle of that gate. Now, how much can he put pressure on the rest of the field? Paul Cooper it is, who's up in the second place. He's had a battle to get that win first time out. Danny Morris is out there with him again. He's sitting in third place. But Andrew Appleton, very determined move this afternoon, looking to make it 2 out of 2. Sort it out for you as they come round past us, as we've got a gaggle of riders in that second, third and fourth. David Howe forcing his way through on the inside, and now he's making it past us. get the better of it going into that shut the door. And there's problems for not in third, and he's gone very, very wide. I don't know whether he's lost a chain or something on that corner, but they come round past me for the first time. Harland's gone very, very wide. James Shane comes underneath him as he goes down past us. And it is James Shane that's got to the front. Harland Cook sitting there in second place. Wow, there's changes going on in that third class and fifth place, but a lot of eyes, I'm sure, are on Mark Cossar and Carl Ryan. Colin Blackbourn just made the start, but Rob Wilson is right there with him. The two of them go into that first turn together as the rest of the outfits sort themselves out. On the entrance of that first turn, it is Colin Blackbourn that's got away, but it's very close for that second spot. Rob Wilson with it at the moment, tries to get close to Colin Blackbourn as he goes into that bottom turn. Well, Gareth Winterburn is the one that's made the best of the starts, along with Pete and Steve Colvin. If you remember, we had an early win for Rob Winterburn, but I think that's Rob that's back in fourth place at the moment. Already moved now into second place. So the two riders that had wins first time out in second and third at the moment. Rob Winterburn goes through and gets into second spot. Gone very, very wide on the exit of the bend. Billy looks over his shoulder and he knows that it's Rob and Liam that are close to him. And again they go very wide. You can see that Rob Winterburn's got a much tighter line. He's got the right line going into that top bend. So Rob Winterburn in very determined mood this afternoon. He's caught Gareth, gets himself in front. That was a terrific bottom turn. And it will be the checkered flag this time for Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown to make it to the keep the pressure on Mark Cossar. Oh, the rider that got there first has gone very, very wide. Mitch Godden comes through on the inside of him. Got to the front going into that first turn, but Mitch Godden took his time on the inside of him and got through. So Mitch it is that but Glen Phillips has got other ideas. He comes through on the inside of him, those two together coming off that top turn. Glen Phillips gets the wide line. So Mitch Godden keeps the speed on and tries to go that wide line round that bottom turn. And very quickly into the lead goes number 22, Andrew Appleton. He really does look to be in very determined mood this afternoon. James Shane up against him this time, who had a win the second time out, trying everything he can to stay with Andrew as he goes up that back straight. Because James Shane's desperately trying to close the gap. He's got one more corner to go. Andrew Appleton doing everything right at the moment, comes off that top turn, he sees the checker flag, he makes it 3 out of 3. James Shane has to settle the second place. Now David Howe's the only one that can stay with him at the moment as they move around that first turn and come down past me. And the corner for Mark Mason. Mark Mason's put it down on the far side. So we get underway with race 17. It's heat 8 in the sidecar competition, and who's made the rest of the start? Rob Winterburn. Gareth is right there with him as they go into that first turn. Those two together. Gareth's trying to find a way through on the inside, but I think that's Rob, or is that Gareth on the outside? I'll sort them out for you when they come round past me. They really are flying. Rob Winterburn is very, very determined mood this afternoon. He goes into the last lap. It's a big ask, but he's going to have a go. Oh, Rob just does enough. Down the back straight they go. They do look very, very impressive this afternoon. They're going to take some beating, that's for sure. Oh, I didn't realise, I'm just quickly looking at go. We've got the race underway already. This is race 19. We've got a very early lead for Richard Howe. Right, race 20 is underway and down past me is Martin close to him. Harland Cook does go in this ride and resist the ride. Liverpool closes right up Martin Sturgeon's importance on that top turn. So race 20 we've got to sort the result out of, but race 21 we're underway with, and this promises to be an interesting one because David Howe, Andrew Appleton both on maximum points going this one. Ben Phillips goes in this one as well. Andrew Appleton's made the best of the start and got himself to the front. Danny Warwick is still holding second. David Howe trying to get that second place from him. Ben Phillips has got fourth place at the moment. There's still a battle going on. James Shane's, I can see now, starting to move through the field as he's trying to get past Mitch Godden going up that back straight. but he's under a lot of pressure as he comes out of that first turn. It's Gareth Winterburn that's putting that pressure on. Paul Whiteland responds as they go down the back straight. They're both driving hard and fast into this bottom turn. Gareth Winterburn flies through on the inside. Oh, Paul Whiteland must have lost the Matt from Roller is trying to get through that second place. Whiteland responds though. Tries to hang on to that second place. Matt from Roller has moved up in the second. It is number 37, he's right on the inside. Steve Colvin has made the start this time and gets himself into the front. Mark Cossar slots into second place. If we're looking for a line through on the inside, he goes straight through it. Checker flag will be ready for him this time. He comes round to make it 4 out of 4. Now if you're going to win the British Masters, that's a very impressive way to do it. No distinction that he's done once so far this afternoon. But he's got Rob Winterburn in second place. Rob Winterburn flew into that first corner. He's gone very, very wide, but he's managed to hang on to second place. So it's Rob Winterburn that's got to do the chasing. Rob Wilson can do with maximum points from this one. Very, very tight on both bends. They've gone tight again on that top corner, and now they force themselves to the front. And they will see the checkered flag once again. He's made it 4 out of 4. Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown.
Well, Mark Nelson there, ahead of Paul Finlow, then Jerry Wheeler, Alan Artis to the back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a demonstration, wouldn't you? But they're winding it on, they're making it into a race here.
Danny Morris, as you see, moving through the middle of those two riders to get himself up in the second place. Well, it's all changing that second, third and fourth place, but David Howe is doing everything right at the moment. He's going after the maximum points that he needs to get into that final. And it is Pete Colvin that's got away. I was looking for Mark Cossar, and that is Mark Cossar in second place. Now remember, he's unbeaten so far this afternoon. He's been forced to go wide round Steve Colvin. He's gone the long way round and he's going to go to the front. Gareth Winterburn has cut through and tried to get back underneath. Close coming out of that bend, but Rob Winterburn keeps it going, the two together as they go down that back straight. Semi-final, this is the final. We're underway with the 2014 final as they go down that back straight for the first time. Has Andrew Appleton made it as they break into that first turn? I do believe it's Andrew that's got to the front. That must be David Howe that's on the inside of him, though, the two of them together as they come down past. He's been unbeaten all afternoon and he's going to be the new 2014 champion. Remember that we've got Mark Cossar and Rob Winterburn. Rob Winterburn's made the best of the starts. So Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown get away on that top corner, but Mark Cossar is right on their back wheel as they go down that back straight. So Rob Winterburn and Liam Brown looking to take the championship by leading Mark Cossar, the defending champion at the moment, in second place. The two of them together as they come round that bottom turn. He looks quick, but Mark Cossar has closed the gap again. Will he take a chance to go round the outside? Is he going to just continually battle for that inside? And has he got to keep pushing on the inside? He's got to go for the outside. And if he's trying to keep the speed on as well, this is where Cossar's got to go for the outside. He comes all the way around the outside. Has he got the speed? Mark Cossar, the defending champion, has got one more corner to have a go. And he comes round on that bottom bend. It is going to be